happened.
And we're back with session 9 to get our ass handed to us by a bunch of zombies or trees or whatever the hell we're fighting.
Something was attacking us.
So we found a tree. So we found a tree, and there was an axe. And the axe liked people that were good, like myself, but it hated Heather with a passion.
Yeah, you found out that the axe does extra damage to plants. It doesn't have a name, so I was thinking either weed whacker
Steve.
or crop killer.
Crop killer.
And then we decided to attack the tree.
Well, Heather, if I remember correctly, Loveless was going to cut it down to put an end to whatever evil was going on here. And then when she hit it, these men, well, the tree was covered in vines, and then the vines came entangled from the tree, fell onto the floor, and then reconfigured as these men that look like, or men made of vines, rather.
Zombie trees.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm scared.
You should be.
I love that we left off in the middle of an encounter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you started an encounter, and I'm like, all right, we're stopping.
See you next year, fellas.
And that was, huh?
I said, like, see you next year, fellas.
Yep, and that was like 5 weeks ago.
A little over that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a decade ago, man.
Okay. So can y'all see the map? Okay.
No.
Yes.
Maybe,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Are you fucking with me, or can you actually see the map?
Yeah, we can see the map.
We can see it.
Andrew,
Okay,
don't
alright.
listen to me, man.
For some reason, I trust you. I don't know why.
That was the first mistake right there.
All right. So I remember Lilith brought the axe down, and when she cut the tree, instead of sap, it started bleeding.
Right.
And
Super
then
metal.
yeah, oh yeah. And then these vine men came up. So let's roll for initiative. Hold on.
Initiative.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
oops.
Oh,
Here I go.
I meant to change my stuff.
Not bad. Not bad for a first roll.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Andrew, we can see your rolls, FYI.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me change that real quick. I probably just didn't put the ghost rolls on here.
Andrew, can you change my initiative? I forgot to select my token before I rolled. Oh, just kidding. I got the same exact thing.
There you go.
Awesome.
I can't select my token.
You
You
cannot
can't select.
make sure you have the little arrow selected on your toolbar.
All right.
So you have the select tool.
Yeah, I've got the select tool.
What is the death ward? You're talking past the death ward on me?
Oh, it's
Oh,
if you receive damage that will kill you,
Yeah.
you instead keep 1 health.
Oh, how long does that last, or is that already done with?
I think it's like 8 hours. Or something.
Nice!
Yeah.
Still active.
I
5
want
weeks later.
I want to say it lasts a long time. Let me double check just to make sure.
It says
Come on.
scotch.
No, it's tea.
Lame.
It looks really nice. I will say that.
Looks good on camera.
It does. It looks great on camera.
It's a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, it lasts for 8 hours. So you ate.
Nice.
Okay, hold on just a second here.
Apparently, this is a blight tree. A vampire can't plant.
It is a. Rictavio mentions that it is it's called a Gulthias tree.
Yes.
Papayas.
Papayas?
Papayas, yes.
Papaya.
Papaya juice helps you poop.
Papaya tree that's technically over our fence line, but it's on our property.
We have a lot of papayas. You
We
need
have a lot of
some.
pies with pies.
Excellent.
Your digestive system is gonna be great.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you see the men made of vines below
Hold on.
you.
Before we start, excuse me, where's the music?
Oh, that's right. Well, hold on.
I heard
Uh,
a storm that was stormy.
I
Hold on.
have standards now, okay?
Yeah, you do, and you're gonna have to
I've
wait.
been spoiled by you.
You
sir.
have. Hold on. It's all gonna get there. Can you wait for a dramatic moment?
I waited 5 weeks.
Hey, you got to DM your own game in the meantime. Come on now.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Hey, Jose, stop it. You get to co-star on the podcast. Shh.
Yeah, exactly. You're the president of the backseat on the podcast.
Wow, thanks,
right.
guys.
Okay, so the vine blights unfurl from the tree, and due to the thunderstorm, you hear the rustling of branches above you from presumably the wind. But one of you looks up and you see 6 men or 6 creatures that look like men made of needles, like kind of hopping between the branches and whatnot. And they're all kind of, they're looking at you, waiting for their turn in initiative.
Great.
So, all right, now we can begin. So there we go. There's the music. All right, small Jax.
Oh,
What are you gonna do?
Wait,
Wait,
I'm not first.
You're not first? Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, what? I don't have the.
man,
There we go.
You're rusty, old man.
Oh, okay. So actually, the first one that goes is this needle blight right here in the very back. He is going to, and oh, by the way, because they are up in the branches of the trees, jumping to and from the other branches, he's going to get half cover, which gives him, I believe, another +2 to AC.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Shoot.
So
yikes. Okay.
There's only one way to deal with this.
Huh?
Set the damn thing on fire.
Woohoo!
There's your half cover.
I got no cover.
So this one, hold on. This one's gonna rustle its way over here, and it's gonna hit Vesemir, or it's gonna try to hit Vesemir. Hold on. It like preps its arms like that, and you see needles kind of jump out from its arms, and then it launches the needles at Vesemir.
Badass.
Okay. But it does not hit. However, you see the hail of needles coming towards you, but you successfully block it.
My pants are stained now.
All right, it is now Lilith's turn. Here, let me try.
Okay. I'm assuming like what he's getting is a 5-foot square.
What, the needle blights? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 5-foot square, but it's also 15 feet up in the branch of
Gotcha.
the tree. So
Question:
Oh.
is any one of us using the X?
Lilith is
I was.
All right, good. Because I thought it was homeboy Howard.
Well, if it was Howard, the axe would just be on the floor. I'm not gonna. No, he's not here.
I just want to clarify that somebody has the axe and can take this guy down.
Do you think I should attack the needle blight with the axe?
Go for the tree.
I'm not making it. Oh shit.
So here's
No.
here's the thing with me. I am very hurt, and in order for me to hit hard, I need to hurt myself.
Oh no.
So if somebody
Also-
here is a cleric, please help.
What's your HP looking like?
It's 16, but I need to hit myself for 4.
Okay.
Oh god.
Also, keep in mind, I don't think you're proficient with the axe, are you, Lilith?
Probably not.
Okay, and they also have another +2 to their AC.
I think freaking fancy dances.
Well, Jose said I should start using environment more, so blame him.
Okay. So all these guys are 15 feet above me.
Yeah.
Can I just cat? If I got Shatter, will it actually be able to reach them? This is an interesting one.
That's a good question.
Shatter.
I wish there was a way to like
What?
signify that these guys are up. You know, because it
Oh.
doesn't
You can-
really have.
You can probably put a little marker on
Gotcha.
them.
So
Yeah,
maybe cloud
I
symbol or
can.
something.
So I'm gonna cast Shatter right in this like cluster in front of me.
Well, it's a 10-foot radius.
How far high are they?
They're 15
It's
feet.
10 foot. Yeah.
So I mean,
center point
you-
must be-
you can climb the tree.
No, it can be centered on a point for my choice.
Oh, it can't. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was thinking of like Thunder Wave. Where it's like,
Andrew's so traumatized by Thunderwave.
I know.
starting to have flashbacks there.
Uh,
Alright, I also cast it at a second level, so.
Okay.
Are these things considered inorganic?
I'm sorry.
Are these things considered inorganic?
No.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
They're considered.
Actually, ignore that higher level because I can't cast that yet. Sorry.
That's all right.
I don't know why
So-
it would let me cast it and I can't do that.
So just the 4. No. Wait, you're a warlock, right?
Yeah.
That means you automatically cast it at the highest level that you can. All your spells that you cast are at the highest level possible.
No, you can change it when you go to cast and you can select like casting at level 2 or level 3 on roll 20. So I think you would just ignore that 4 right there, the higher level cast.
You're 4th level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would cast all your spells as 2nd level spells.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you
I'm
cast?
just saying roll 20 gives you the option to
Oh, okay.
little drop down menu. Yeah. So ignore that higher level cast right there.
All right, let me roll. I gotta roll Constitution saves. Okay, so you're gonna hit all these boys right here.
Yeah, I'm centering it like in this little cluster here.
2, 3,
Oh, okay. Diesel really needs to go outside.
6.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm still listening.
No, you're fine. Do they take half damage if they?
Here, they do. Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a fail save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay.
Wait,
So, yeah, half as much on success. Yeah.
18. Sorry, I saw the 4. I'm like, how the hell did she get a 4 out of a 3d8?
No, the 4 is the higher.
Right.
Yeah, that's that extra one. So yeah, ignore that. Sorry.
That's fine. Okay.
A little rusty right
So-
now.
All right. So you cast the shatter, and you see the point where you cast it, kind of just like that. 3 of these guys immediately just get blown away in a hailstorm of needles. So poof, poof.
Oh,
bye, guys.
all right.
And they're gone.
The others take quite a bit of damage, but they're still in the fight. Oh, hold on. I accidentally select the wrong thing there. Come on, help me out here. Roll 20. Quit being like that.
Roll 20 helping you?
Now, when that happens, from the shatter, the branches kind of like have like a shockwave effect where there's like woof, like that, and you see 3 what look like clusters of twigs fall. And when that happens, hold on a second. The 3 clusters of twigs are falling, and they like not explode, they expand, and from they burst. That's what I meant to say. And from those 4 twig blights from each cluster like rain down on you.
Ah,
Yeah, little tiny bastards.
ah.
Now for these, because I'm not going to roll initiative on I'm going to use swarm rules. So just imagine each one of these tokens is 4 twigs. Okay.
Oh man.
All right, and they are going to go for Talaxia, Lilith, and Rictavia.
No.
No,
Go
Rictavia.
Well, I had to roll initiative for them. Also, can you see it? Oh, I don't think I whispered rolled them. Hold on.
You have to say we can see it.
Mhm.
That's right. It's just an
solid roll there.
It's just an initiative. It's fine.
As you start to sweat.
Okay. All right. So now it is Taloxia's turn. So a lot going on. Shockwave, needlemen getting blown away. Now it's hailing twigmen.
Shit, man. And so I should try to not burn the tree down, right?
I mean,
That's entirely to you.
I like the idea of bringing it down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking. I have I got a candle and I got a tinderbox. I was thinking about lighting one of my arrows on fire and shooting at one of the motherfuckers in the tree.
Which one of these motherfuckers are you gonna shoot?
Let's see. I'll shoot this motherfucker. Yeah, that one.
All right, shoot that motherfucker.
All right. You going down, bitch?
Is this a Quentin Tarantino movie now?
Is there any way to like add that it's on fire or just whatever? We know it's a flaming area.
I mean, if you want, instead of like whatever piercing damage, it could just be fire damage.
Okay.
All right, so 5 fire damage.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Excellent.
All right, so you load up the crossbow and you shoot it. The arrow hits, and immediately the needle man just goes up in a fire and falls to the ground, burning little tiny cinders and needles, raining down on you.
Oh man.
Now it is your turn, Small Drax.
all right, so I'm just going to run right up behind Vesemir and cast Cure Wounds.
Hail me!
I'm just gonna come up and just slap you really hard in the back, but like a bunch of light comes out of my hand.
Good game.
Good game.
Sweet.
11.
Thanks, Maldrax.
You got it.
All right. All right, now it is Vesemir's turn. Vesemir, go.
I'm gonna hit this thing with fire.
The fire.
So I cut my hand and my silver blade comes out a flame, and I'm gonna hit it with 2 hands. Make sure I'm clicking the correct one. Ooh,
Ooh, that's a good hit.
this one right here.
Got it.
It's some damage.
Got him.
Got him.
Woo!
Hmm.
So that's a 17 plus another 7.
24.
24. Ooh, man, you take a good gash out of him, but unfortunately he is
Wait,
still
he's
in
not
this
dead?
fight. No, no, but you do like you do significant damage.
Yes, I just go like, up, down, up. By the way, the sword's on fire. I just want to clarify.
Okay.
Are you gonna move or is that your turn?
Hold on, let me see who's around here.
Jump behind me.
No, hold on. I'm good. If I die, I die. I'm ready. I gotta protect my people over here. Actually, yes, I'm gonna move. Wait, no, I can't move. That's a freaking. I'm gonna get jumped. Nah, I'm gonna stay put, because if I go over here, I'm gonna get attacked by everybody. Sorry, Talaxius.
All right, so this needle blight man over here, he's actually gonna leap back a little bit away, but then he's gonna try to shoot a hail of needles at Taloxia here.
That's so cool. It reminds me of what's the name of that guy, the X-Men guy?
Ooh, and it crits. Unfortunately, it rolled kind of low damage, so yeah. So he jumps back, throws the needles, and you get hit for 8 piercing damage.
Oh no. All right, fine.
Talaxia, no.
Let's
That's
see.
the
17.
divine blight that you attacked
Mm-hmm.
is going to move over here
Mm-hmm.
very sluggishly, very slowly, and then he's going to reel back his arms and he's going to surge forward with the vines.
Do I get an attack opportunity?
No.
He moved
No.
past me. Just saying. All right. So what's the damage?
Okay, so you take 7 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength save.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Strength save, you said?
Yeah. Okay. So
Use my
you're-
inspiration.
if you want to, you can.
I'll use it.
Okay. So you just want to go for the 24?
Yeah.
All right. So he still hits you with the vines, however, but the vines try to tangle their way around you, and you kind of feel them like starting to constrict you, but you burst out of it. No. So.
Yep.
And then this one. So instead of, hold on, let me see. All right. So this vine blight, behind the one that you attacked, he's not going to move, but instead what he's going to do is that he looks like he's reeling back for the attack like the other one did, but instead he's going to shoot the arms downward. And the vines plunge through the ground and they sort of snake their way between Vesemir, Smaldrax, Rictavio, and Talaxia. All 4 of you need to make me a strength saving throw.
Whew. All right.
Oh, how do I do strength save? I don't.
There's a box on top of your skills that says saving throws.
Okay.
You just click on one of those.
Ooh.
I'm getting all my rolls out of the way. All my good rolls out of the way.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Vesemir, you make it. Everyone else does not. So from these surging swells in the ground, vines reach out from the ground and constrict Smaldrax, Talaxia, and Rictavio. While you are restrained like this, you cannot move. Your attacks are at disadvantage, and attacks against you are at advantage.
Which one did this?
It's this one right here. That's
Look at him just like coming for you, bitch.
No.
So is he like stuck in the ground then, with his vines like holding everybody?
Mm,
This guy.
it doesn't specify if he can move or not.
Okay.
No, I'm checking just to make sure. Hold on.
So what it's gonna take to get them, or for them to
No.
break free?
So the vines grow, but then after they grow, he can move freely. And they wither away automatically after 1 minute. If you
10 turns.
want, yeah. But if you want to, you can try. They can try to free themselves as an action. They can free themselves from another strength check, or another creature can try to free themselves as well, or free them as well as an action.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you want to, you can go up there and try to rip them out of the vines, but that'll
Right.
be your action. All right. So, and then this vine blight over here, he's gonna shuffle on over here. He's gonna see what Lilith's up to, and then he's gonna do the same thing with his vines. Try to not do the in the ground thing, but just try to slam the vines into her.
Butthead.
Ooh. Okay. So it does hit. You take 10 bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
Who?
Okay. So the vines, they start to like wrap around your neck, and like one like kind of comes like around your mouth here, like and whatnot, and they pin your arms down. You are now restrained and you cannot move. You're constricted.
I feel all the other enemies look at me. Shit.
This needle blight over here, he's gonna strategically move back, and then he's gonna try to shoot another hailstorm of needles at Vesemir. Ah, damn it. Still doesn't hit, though. He rolled all 11s. That was 11 for disadvantage, 11 for advantage, then 11 for damage.
Oh,
Nothing if not consistent.
God.
All right.
Jerk faces.
So, the twig blights that are falling from the sky, one cluster of them lands on Lil. like demented little paratroopers.
Just great.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, and they all hit. Oh, God.
No.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't have another character sheet rolled up.
That's
Wait,
I have theirs.
you're not prepared?
Okay, so the twig blights, they immediately fall around like on your head and on your shoulders, and they start just like clawing at you, like getting in your cheeks, and one kind of like jabs you in the eye, like just like.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what the total damage is. It's one of them crits. I'm sorry.
But am I able to use Hellish Rebuke since it's a reaction?
Yes,
Okay.
after you take the damage. So
I was trying to use it earlier, but you steam.
that's fine. All right, so you take a total of 21 damage from the assault by the twig blights. Now you can use Hellish Rebuke.
Alright, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
At second level because fuck this.
I am tired.
I just imagine that I just snapped, like I lost my temper, and I am now erupted into flames.
No.
She just went full. What's the name of Asura from the Last Airbender?
Oh! Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So we all need to make a dexterity save.
You gotta look at my Hellish Rebuke.
So because it is a swarm, I will count it as one enemy. I'm not going to be like, oh, there's technically 4 of them. No, it's all right. So.
Well, I'm wondering if it also, like, if that would help with me being restrained by, like, Brute Master.
Well, let me ask you, do you want to use Hellish Rebuke on the twig blights or on the vine blight that attacked you? Because I'm counting the twig blight swarm. Huh?
I would say the Vine Blight. I feel like that's a little bit more important at this point to break away from.
Well, I mean, let me be straight with you. If you attack the twig blights, they're gonna die. Okay, because you just like just nuke them all.
Well, let's stick with that. It looks better in the storyline.
Well, I mean, it would be more dramatic that there's like the vines, and then they start attacking you, and you're just like, you know what? No, I'm done. You just burn them all to a crisp. So, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's stick with that.
All right. Okay. So Lilith just nukes the twig blights out of existence. And then the one that goes for Rictavia is going to go next. Which, by the way, they also have they're going to have advantage on all their attacking because they're all constricted. So one of them rolled a 10 and a 9.
Oh God.
Thanks.
Shit.
All right. So Rictavio, yeah. So they start digging in the Rictavio, and you just hear Rictavio goes, ah! So let's see. Rictavio is going to take a 16 damage from the twig blight.
Damn, Rictavio.
And he's like, they're in my eyes.
Oh God.
And now these twig blights are going to go. These twig blights here are going to fall on Taloxia. I know the tokens are right there on you, but just imagine that you're occupying the same spaces.
Okay.
So because they are falling on you.
Ouch.
So, yeah. All right. These guys. Okay, so only 3 of them hits, but one of them does crit. So, sorry.
Ah!
And you actually get the less of it. You only take 8 damage as they start clawing into you and
Okay.
taking out the feathers and whatnot.
All right.
Lilith, you're constricted, but it's your turn. You cannot move, but you can try to attack. And if it's an attack roll, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Okay. It sucks because everything I want to use. I probably still use Sacred Flame while constrained.
Yeah, spell right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a save. That's a saving.
Yeah. Boom. Sacred Flame. I just want to burn it enough to get it to release me.
On which guy? Divine Blight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm focusing on the vines themselves, but yeah.
Well, it doesn't really have any rules for attacking the vines.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understandable. That's a little nitpicky.
yeah, that's not what 5e is all about. It does take the full 3 radiant damage. So let me because these things have no dexterity. I mean,
But I'm still grappled or constrained.
yeah, you are restrained, which means you have no movement speed right now, unless you break from the restraint. So that's going to be an action. So Taloxia,
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
huh?
I didn't know that was an option. I thought you had to strength or attack roll to break the.
Oh, no,
I haven't been constrained in the game in a long time.
that's okay. Yeah. No, if you're restrained, it says as an action you can use a strength check or strength saving throw to try to break out. So, all right, Taloxia, you are firmly rooted to the ground, and twig blights are digging into you.
Shit.
What are you gonna do? They're trying to make rotisserie out of you.
No. You said I can use a strength saving throw to try to break free, or can I move at all, or
No, if you are restrained, your movement speed is 0.
Fuck.
You are firmly rooted.
So I can't attack.
You can attack, but it's going to be at disadvantage while you're restricted. Just try to imagine the vines are kind of pinning your arms and stuff like that. You're you're T-Rexing it right
now. Well, I guess I'll try to break free then, right? I mean, I guess I'll do the strength saving throw to try to break free. I don't know what else to do. I'm not much good to anybody like this, so I guess that's what I'll do.
That is unfortunately not enough to break free from the restraints. Small Drax, let's see if you have any better luck. Wait, no, did you pass the? Hold on.
No, I didn't. I'm very restrained.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Here's what I'm going to do. Hold on. I'm going to put a little snail on all the people that are restrained. Yes, Rictavia is restrained. Okay, Small Drax, you can go.
So you said to break out we have to use one action. Can we count that as our movement action?
A standard action. So that would be in place of an attack.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing. So 6 creatures that I can see, obviously my team members, get healed. Because I think we need it right now.
No, we don't.
Great. That'd be great.
Lilith just got hit for 20 something, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's a little net here. I'll just use that. That's even better than the snail.
I'm down to lucky 13.
Ooh, well we got another lucky 13, so there you go.
We all got 13.
Everyone gets 13 hit points, yeah.
Nice. That's really
Wait.
good.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
my-
cut myself some more.
That's the best one.
Stop.
Bringing the healing, God. All right, Vesemir, you're the only free man in this entire place. Go.
What if I want to break
If you want to break
Small
free,
drag's free.
it will require a strength check, or sorry, a strength saving throw as an action. So
Fuck-
you will have to use your action.
fuck
to
that, I'm gonna
rip
kill this
the
guy.
vines off. Okay. That's fair too. That hits.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
10.
So you slash into him. You bring the sword through with the fire, and it withers away in flames, going no.
I look at the one next to him and he's like, "You're next, bitch."
All right. So did you want to move, or was that the rest of your action?
If I move, am I
Or-
gonna get an attack of opportunity from this guy?
From which guy? If you move back, no.
Back where?
Like back towards like Rictavio and stuff like that. Don't worry about the needle blades. They are on whoever they're attacking.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna protect. So okay, boom.
Okay.
The cleric can take some hits. I'll be back, bro.
He's fine.
I'm gonna protect the squishy ones.
This needle blade doesn't really like the fact that you're moving around killing his friend, so he's gonna try to shoot you with some needles.
Oh, and I look back at this dude as I'm running. I'm just like, I'll be back.
He's gonna shoot you with some clean needles, and they're not clean. But unfortunately, he rolls like crap again. God, we don't even need writing for this.
Isn't that the worst?
Ah.
Crap.
Like all this buildup and now womp. They don't do anything. All right, so this. Hold on, let's see how far away. How far is 10 feet? 10 feet's pretty far. Okay. So this guy is he's gonna wiggle his way over to you, Small Jackson. See, the situation here is pretty easy pickings. He's gonna try to use his vines to bludgeon you while you're being restrained.
Oh man.
You can't get double restrained, but you can get hit. So
See, I'm already like tied up. All right. Oh, he looks like a tasty stick.
oh, hold on. The window's being really weird. What the hell?
I have one bottle of alchemist fire.
Oh yeah, alchemist fire.
Oh my god, yes!
Small Jack, you take another 5 bludgeoning damage. As the guy just kind of like,
Ah.
why are you hitting yourself? Why are you
Knocking me while I'm down.
Damn it.
Wow, we have 6 viewers.
Okay, yay! All right,
Yay.
so the blind bite. So let me try that again. The vine blight
You can do this.
that has a hold of Lilith. It's going to like kind of like flex its arms a bit, and the constriction's gonna like get even like tighter. Let's see. And Lilith, you take another 8 bludgeoning damage as you start to feel ribs move uncomfortably closer than what they should be.
Ah.
That sounds so comfortable.
It's almost like it's supposed to be like that.
Owie wowie.
This needle blight.
I'm just getting more and more mad.
This needle blight sees that. You know what? This lizard dude is pretty easy pickings.
I'm
And
so
it,
sorry.
oh my god!
Taking advantage of me.
It rains a hailstorm of needles on Small Jackson. He takes 18 piercing damage.
Oh my
And he's
god.
just like-
Fucker.
Now it's the Twig Blight's turn.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Alright, so Twig Blight's gonna attack Rictavio. Let's see. That hits. That doesn't hit.
Wait, did Rictavio go?
Did I forget to roll for Rictavio again?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
You owe him 2 turns.
2 turns.
I do.
He's in a lawn chair, just watching.
It's just like, you guys are doing great.
Poor Rictavio.
He's enjoying a cool drink as he's getting like. Mauled. God, I am so bad at that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I do the exact same thing every single time. It's like when we had a dragon bait for Tomb of Annihilation. Half the time he was just sitting there. Do you guys smell ham?
Anyways, Rictavia takes another 10 damage. And when it gets to his turn, he'll have a double turn. It'll be okay. So I'm gonna relinquish control to him to somebody else after this. Alright, so which twig blades are going now? Okay, so the twig blades that are attacking Taloxia are going to go
No.
dig deeper in.
Dig deep, great.
Oh, my skin. My body.
Let's see. You take another 12 piercing damage
No. Fine.
as blood and feathers start flying off.
Squawk.
Lilith, you're pretty stuck on the spot. What are you gonna do?
Cast Flaming Sphere on the guy grappling me?
A what?
Cast Flaming Sphere on the guy grappling me?
Okay. Let's see it.
I have really bad strength, so I feel like it's a waste of a roll to try to break away.
Do keep in mind it is a concentration spell, so every time you take damage, you're gonna have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So what do I have? Do I have to make a dexterity save?
Oh no, just kidding. I don't do that because it has to be on a unoccupied space. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame and move on to life.
Better damage.
Dexterity saving throw. I missed the part where it said unoccupied space for Flaming Sphere.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
That is really weird. Because I just imagine that you should be able to just like all contributing Flaming Sphere.
It's like you cast a flaming ball, you're like, you walk into it.
Get in there. I have no idea. That is a little weird. Because I don't
Lilith.
just voluntarily just go.
Lilith, you can cast it, and then with your bonus action, you can move it.
That is true. But you also did better damage with the Sacred Flame.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, never mind.
No, I mean, it's really up to her.
That's true.
So
No, I'm gonna stick with Sacred Flame. It also saves me some spell slots. So
you can't go wrong with cantrips.
yeah.
Loxia, you're pinned down and you're getting raked to death.
Didn't she just go?
That's
Oh no,
No,
she was just attacked.
yeah. That also sounded really bad.
Raked. Raked.
No,
Wow.
this makes it sound much better.
Andrew, we're gonna get canceled, and we haven't even gotten famous yet.
You just say like getting needled to death.
Needle, fine. Because they're not needles, they're
Yes.
twigs. It's alright. You're getting twigged to death.
Oh my god. Twiggy, I'm so twiggy over here.
So actually, I believe in you. I look at her and I'm just like, you can do it. Break
I
free.
I just imagine there's always one little twig. That's like all he's doing is just kind of gently jabbing someone's eyeball.
Oh my god. I have -1 strength saving throw. Like, I'm never gonna fucking break out of this shit.
Remember, you also have
I'm right
inspiration.
there with you.
Okay. Shoot, I'm just gonna use my inspiration then.
Well, roll first, and then if your
Yeah.
advantage. Oh, never mind. You don't need it.
Oh.
Ah!
Thank goodness. Oh my. Thank goodness.
What's your favorite Queen song?
What?
So, what's your favorite Queen song?
Want to break free?
Okay.
I
So,
can't think. I have needles in the brain. I can't.
all right. So you're no longer restrained, so you can move if you want to. However, you still got the little twig guys just like jabbing you in the back of the neck.
And so this guy, is he a twig guy too? Oh wait, shit. Is this guy a twig guy or what is
Nope.
his?
That is a vineman.
It's a vineman. Okay, and vineman.
Worst superhero name ever.
I was gonna say, he sounds like a butler.
That's Harold Vineman.
Of the London Vinemans, don't you know?
God, no.
So I can't attack. All I can do is move, right?
You can move.
Okay. All right. I am going to move away from a lot of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over here.
Nope. I'm not part of this.
See, I left my little vines sitting there. There.
All right, Smaldrex. Vesemir has abandoned you. How do you feel about that? He's like, you're totally gonna be okay, and then the second he turns around, you just go.
I was there. I was just like, I was gonna save you. I healed you, and he ran. So
Yeah.
fun. Smaldrex just has this look of like sadness on his face. He's
No!
struggling in the vines.
You know what? You know what hurts more than the needles in the vines?
Betrayal.
The knife you put in my back, Beth.
As Smaldrex is gonna just whimper a little bit as Vesemir runs away. He's gonna be struggling in the vines. And I'm gonna go in for a fight for this vineman right here.
Now, do keep in mind if you're going to attack. I was about to say your attack's going to disadvantage, but you can use your inspiration to.
Oh, absolutely use an inspiration.
All right. So you're going to.
Chomping around until he gets it. Oh, there we go.
That's much better. All right, let's see some damage. All right,
Just gonna go in for like a shoulder bite.
Smaldrex will spaghetti now. You're just like, you know what? Two can play this game. Ha. And the Vine Blight's like, what the hell are you doing?
Slapping me around.
The Vine Blight says, what the fuck, man? All right, Vesemir, you've abandoned your friends. How do you feel about that?
I didn't abandon anybody. I'm trying to protect the squishy ones.
Yeah, it's like he came to me. I'm very squishy.
All right, I'm gonna attack this dude.
Okay.
Oh.
You already used your inspiration, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Nah.
Wait, no, you had two inspiration. You had one for Christmas and one for our own nose.
Inspiration doesn't attack. You either have it or you don't.
That's true.
Aw.
He's not. Remember, he's not the nice DM. I am the nice DM.
No.
Yeah.
I think rules are fun.
It's okay. I tried. As a bonus action, can I help? Can I try to help her break?
No, it's a standard.
I was like, sorry.
So this all right, it's still not Rictago's turn yet. He rolled the lowest in initiative. So all right, so this Needle Blight sees you failing at attacking the Vine Blight. And he's like, you know what? I think I got a chance. He's gonna try to more needles at you. Ah, god damn it. but the needle's just like he doesn't take into account that it's really windy. So he like launches them and it looks really cool, but then as soon as it leaves the branches, like they just, get swept up in the
Oh
wind.
my god.
I have like no clue that any of this is happening either.
No. So the Vine Blight that took a bite from Smaldrex is like, no, I'm not gonna take this. he tries to hit you again. Oh my gosh.
Smaldrex is just like, I can do this all day.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. He takes another 12 damage.
Oh.
All day, baby.
He's like, the Vine Blight's like, you want to go? We can go.
I'm in real bad shape right now, guys. He slapped the shit out of me.
Shit out of me.
Shit.
So So this blind blade here that has Lilith, he sees Vesemir and the audacity of Vesemir trying to attack him, and so he's actually going to release Lilith and try to attack Vesemir. What's the first thing you know
I'm
if
no
you get
longer
attacked?
grappled?
No, you're no longer grappled.
Nice! Take that net off me.
If he grapples me, I'm gonna be like,
No,
see, I told you I was gonna help.
All right, so he does hit you, Vesemir, for 8 damage, and I need to see a strength saving throw.
8 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Strength saving.
Nothing.
Oh, shit.
This needle blide's going to send another hail of needles at Small Drax, because why the fuck not?
God.
It would be stupid not to. But it doesn't. Okay, but it actually doesn't hit, even with advantage. So.
Small Drax dodges all the needles while grappling.
He's
Yeah.
just like rolling.
Are you saying I could dodge needles? I'm saying when you're ready, Small Drax, you won't have to. All right, now it's Victavia's turn.
It's 3 turns, by the way.
Right.
Damn.
3
This
turns.
is round 3.
I will give him 3 turns. So what he's gonna do?
Octavia's gonna go nuts.
No, what Rictavia is gonna do is that he's gonna be like, all right, first of all, and then you see him like say a prayer and his hands start to glow, and he puts his hands on himself. He casts freedom of movement, and the vines just kind of off of him.
Well, that's convenient.
And then he looks at Small Drax. He's like, "I got you, man." And he does the same thing. And he pats you on the shoulder, freedom of movement, and the vines fall off of help me out here, Small Drax as well.
Oh.
And then he's like, "I got you again." And he's gonna cast Cure Wounds at a higher level. So, and oh wow, you heal for a whopping 11
Nice.
HP.
Hey, better than nothing.
And he's like, "All right, I'm out." Hold on, I gotta take the net off of him.
Small Drax just yells, "I feel alive!"
I am free. I can fight.
I can fight. All right. So hold on. I gotta bring the twig blades over. However, he does still have the twig blades on him, and they're all just kind of like digging into his shoulders and stuff like that. So let me see. However, they're not going to be attacking with advantage now. And that's good because none of them hit. so he's running, but the twig blades are like hanging on to his collar, trying to, but they don't manage to get a good hit. The twig blades on Talaxia, however, let me see how they do. Jesus. No, they all rolled like 20s.
No.
I'm sorry. Well, one of them didn't.
But you say all of them roll natural 20s?
One of them did. One of them
Oh
did.
my god.
okay.
These twig blades are rolling really well. You need these guys on your team.
I know.
And you take 17 damage from the scratches.
Okay, well I'm dead.
Dead?
I only had 10 hit points left.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
She's not dead. She's just
She's
dead.
unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what
You
do
just
I?
suddenly pass out from pain.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on, let me put a little. Do they have something that's like not quite? There we go. Oh no!
My back.
Bleeding out. Lilith, there is chaos happening around you. It's man versus nature, and nature is winning.
No.
Okay. If I cast poison spray, it will just be on the blights that are attacking Talaxia, right? And not on Talaxia.
Yeah, I'll let that happen. I'm not.
Okay.
I might be like a bad, like an evil DM, but I'm not evil. I'm not the bad guy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm imagining that I run over here to this swarm
and like stick my hand like next to it and just kind of like a mist of poison like ushers into this cloud of needle blights.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my remaining action to fuck right off over here.
Oh, you're good, boy. Glad I could help. All right, so 2 of the little twig blights that were on Taloxia just kind of like shook off and like and just fall off like bugs in a gross way. Taloxia, it is your turn. So roll me a help me out here, a death saving throw.
Oh,
Just roll
okay.
just roll D20.
Sorry, Talaxia. I was hoping that would kill them so we could heal you in the next round.
Oh, I should have ran away farther. I should have ran away.
Oh, that is one fail.
So Aaron, do you see where your hit points are?
Yeah.
Do you see where your hit dice is?
Yeah.
Right next to it, there's a thing that says death save, and there's
Oh.
successes and failures. So you have to mark one of the failures.
Oh, okay. Shit.
If you hit 3, you're dead.
Fuck.
However, if you get a natural 20, you come back with 1 hit point.
Okay.
But if you get a natural 1, that's 2 failures.
Whoa.
So try not to get that 1.
Okay. Because I
All
totally
right.
control this. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is a give and a take. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Please,
man.
all right. Small Drax, you're free and healthy.
Jeez, rub it in. Why don't you? God.
The biggest smile comes across Small Drax's face. You see all 137 teeth that he has, and he just looks over at the Vineman in front of him and just gives him one of those. And then I'm gonna just reach out and cast inflict wounds on him.
Is it like shark teeth? There's like rows of shark teeth.
He's got a lot of teeth. Look at it's like an alligator almost.
Okay, so that actually does hit.
Oh man.
So let's see some damage. Oh, I love inflict wounds. That's such a good spell. Okay. Oh, how do you want to do this? You're gonna kill him. How do you want to do this?
So as he just grins over and like gives him the nod, just puts his hand to his face and just casts inflict wound. You see just all this burning like energy come out of his hand. This guy just
You
great.
just melt him.
Oh, God.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
And then Small Drax goes over and just like, okay, well, you still...
All that pent up anger from earlier.
Oh my God.
All right, don't piss off Small Drax.
Yeah, for real.
Uh-oh.
I look at Small Drax and I start sweating cold. I'm like,
You see who you left, right? You're running away. Why?
Small Drax, I hope you understand why I did it.
A lizard never forgets. Yeah, don't forget it's cold-blooded. So
Yeah.
And after that, just dust myself off a little bit.
okay. Whew. All right, had to see that, guys. All right, Vesemir, you are forever haunted by this image of Small Drax melting a vine man.
14 slashing damage. 11 slashing damage, 3 fire damage.
Okay, so you do take a good swipe out of him. He is on the ropes, but he is still in this fight.
Alright.
This needle blight is going to hop over here, and he's gonna try again with the needles. It's the only thing he knows. And it never works. Son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm testing a roll. I'm not actually rolling.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
He's a one-trick pony. He only knows one thing. This vine blight. Oh man, what is this vine blight gonna do?
You can't get a hold of me, man. Bring it.
He's gonna try. He's in this now. He has to protect the tree.
True.
But he doesn't hit. Okay, so he's in his weakened state. He tries to He tries to slam you with a coupling of vines, but you just kind of no. Slap it out of the way.
God.
All right. So this needle blight here is going to hop back here, and he's going to try to shoot some more needles at Small Drex. Not. He didn't quite see what happened to his vine friend, but unfortunately, fortunately, he does not hit. So I imagine you just kind of just look at him and just see the needles ting 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 off your bone.
Small Drex looks at him and be like, "You didn't get the message."
Like, dude. All right. So hold on. All right. So Rictavio saw that Taloxia has gone down, and he's putting two and two together. He knows that if Taloxia takes damage from the twig blights, that she's as good as dead. So he's gonna run back. He runs away briefly, sees you fall, and he's like, "Ah, damn it!" and then doubles back.
Yay, Rictavio! Thank you. Ah,
Damn kids.
my savior!
See, he's gonna cast this. He's gonna cast this at big level. Let's see what we got. You get 28 health back.
Oh,
Nice.
God bless you, Rictavio. Oh.
So nice.
As he casts that at the highest level he possibly can.
Oh my God, I owe him 28.
And then,
28.
and then he's gonna use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon to try to get rid of the twig blights.
Oh.
So the Spiritual Weapon, instead of being the sword that he normally uses, it's like little rows of spears, like little tiny spears that are kind of rotating around him, and two of them just like onto two of the twig blights and kill them.
Nice.
Yes.
However, there are still two more on him.
Ooh.
So,
Dang.
all right. So the twig blights that
Wait, Andrew, just so you know, the next one in turn order should be Heather.
what the hell? Oh, that's right. Okay, hold on. It's because I added the twig blights.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Okay. So it is Lilith's turn.
Thanks. Okay. As I survey the field, who's looking the most beat up?
I'm not entirely sure. That was Taloxia, but she just
Oh,
sprung
no, I
back.
meant that, yes. Sorry, of the like twig blights
Oh.
and everything. Who's looking the most?
Oh, the needle blights are. Well, the needle blights up in the tree are looking pretty ragged, but also so is the vine blight that Vesemir's fighting.
The one that Vesemir is fighting is the one that had grappled me, right?
Yes.
I would like to walk up to him and cast Shocking Grasp because irony.
Okay.
Ha!
Ooh.
Oh, let's see that damage.
Wow.
That's great.
Shocking.
Oh,
No,
That's
no,
so
that's okay.
sad.
That's okay. You kill him. So how do you want to do this?
I would walk right up to him and basically grab him by his, I'm just doing what looks kind of like a throat, and just like, how do you like it? And then just
And
like,
it's like, how do you like it? And then just like electrocute him. And he is fried and
So
turns to
as you
powder.
shock him, the vines start to unwind, and by the time you're done, they don't resemble a man anymore. It's just a fistful of vines that are sizzling. He is.
I walk away after that and just like, no means no.
A lot of weird messages in this one. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Taloxia, you are free as a bird and healthy.
Ah,
So,
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
I'm giving myself inspiration for that one.
So this, let's see, this vine man near me is pretty beat up, or should I run away? Fuck.
The twig blights on you are still like digging into you. There is still the 2 needle blight. Oh, there goes Heather.
Oh.
Rose.
There is still the 2 needle blights up in the tree, and there's still the 2 twig blights attacking Rictavio.
Okay, well, Rictavio just saved my butt, so I feel like I need to help him.
Yeah,
Instead of running away. So I'm just gonna throw my silver daggers at the one that's attacking Rictavio.
Okay.
He risked his life to save me. I'm gonna risk my life to save him.
All right.
Yay!
All right. So you killed the 2 remaining twig blights on him. I'm imagining this. You can describe it however you want, but I'm imagining this is like a circus show where you're just like. But how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I just throw the blades, and they kind of land like in the exact center of the. There's 2 blights.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I throw the blades, and then with amazing accuracy, they just land dead smack center in their chests and their torsos, and just knock them back off of them.
I look back and I'm just like,
Yeah. Rictavio is catching his breath after that because all these little knives coming at him. All right, so that kills those twig blights.
Yeah.
Small Drex, bring the pain. Inflict more wounds.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on this guy right here.
So then I have to make a dex save.
Yes. So actually, first I'm just going to stand on the pile of ashes that I just turned the divinement into, and look at this needle guy and cast it.
Okay. All right, let me see. Oh, it fails. Okay, so it is dead.
More dust everywhere.
Surrounded by dead men. Yeah, so the radiant beam comes down from the heavens and just explodes into needles. And are you gonna move, or is that it? You're just gonna.
I was stepping forward like a couple feet. That was it.
Okay. All right, Vesemir. Try not to embarrass yourself this time. Go.
I just want to remind everybody I've done the most damage. Just saying. This tree. Describe how this tree looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Lilith did throw what is essentially an arcane grenade up in the tree. So.
True.
You may have done more damage, but she's got more kills.
That's all that matters in the end. It's not an assist.
So the tree, it looks like. Try to picture in your mind if a oak tree became corrupted with evil. Like the wood is black and like a sort of blackish green, and from the fresh cut that Lilith put in it, it's oozing blood. It's not sap, it is clearly blood.
If I were to throw alchemist fire on the tree, would it catch fire?
No. I would probably say, if I had to be honest, I would probably say that alchemist fire.
Can I climb the tree?
You can. It is 15 feet tall, and I believe climbing, if you use your full action, you can get it to 15 feet. Because I think it uses double movement to climb. Hold on. I'm checking that. I should have checked that before.
You know, you have the compendium.
Yeah, and I also have the book right here in my lap.
Oh, okay.
So I have the book right here in my lap that I have like furiously put tabs on and stuff like that.
All the tabs. Well, climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot.
Yeah, so your full 30 feet would take you up to 15 feet.
Okay, so it would just take me up there. If I get
Okay.
up there, does this thing still have a cover?
While you're up in the tree, no.
I'm just gonna. Fine, I'll get on the tree,
Oh.
and I'm gonna shoot him with my hand crossbow,
Okay.
which I've never used.
Except for just now. I believe. Hold on. That hits. Let's see some damage. Yep. All right. So you kill it.
Yeah, I just climb up there while still holding my fiery blade, so it doesn't extinguish, and just.
Wait. So you're just like holding onto the tree with like your knees?
Oh, once I'm up, I pull out my hand,
Oh,
my
okay.
hand crossbow.
Yes, hey, damn. Vesemir did not skip leg day. That's for sure. Yeah. So all right. So you shoot the arrow, and the arrow like doesn't even stop. It just goes through the guy, and he just dissolves into a pile of needles.
By the way, is this the one that was trying to get me with the needles?
Yes. So all right. So the twig blights are on Taloxia are like doubling down on their effort.
Do they not
Oh my
really?
God. It's up to them.
No.
They're the last bastion for this tree.
Get
All right. So one doesn't hit, but the other one does. You take 5 piercing damage. As it's just like.
Okay.
All right, and then Rictavia is going to try to return the favor by attacking the twig blades.
All right, Rictavio, yes.
Okay, so Rictavio's like, stay perfectly still. He's not gonna take out the sword. He's just gonna use the cane part. He's just go. And with a couple of well-placed jabs, it kills the needle blade.
Yay! I love you, Rictavio.
All right, so let me close these like 18 character sheets I had open. All right,
Is
There you are.
it over?
it's over.
Yay!
I climb down and I'm just like, good job, guys. Great teamwork.
That's pretty hairy back there.
Indeed.
All right, so Lilith, there's now this bleeding tree that is standing in front of you. You got an axe that does plant damage. What? By the way, has anyone used that axe on the Blightman? All right, just saying. No, probably
Yes.
came in handy.
Since it deals extra damage to the the tree.
Why would we do that? It makes far too much sense.
So, and in case y'all weren't aware, this is the tree. This is a fan made map for this section, so that's why the artwork looks different. Because
Gotcha.
Yeah. so
They didn't give you a map for this?
not for this particular zone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Weird.
and because the Yesterhill map is so big,
Yeah.
where like every square is 50 feet, that would have been a nightmare to navigate around. So I just looked it up. So
Yeah.
All
All right.
So at
So
this
at this
point,
point, I mean, we could continue trying to chop down the trees.
yeah,
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want, you can just spend like the next like hour or so taking turns just hacking away at the tree. Rictavio goes to the other side of the tree, and he kind of leans out. He's like Vesemir, like motions him over to the other side of the tree.
Right.
You guys like check it out, and you look at this side of the tree, and you see that the wood, like the knots and the growth of the wood.
First of all, guys, he called me, okay? He's my best friend. Excuse me?
I was just saying, Talaxi and him have a special bond now.
That's true.
Small Jack's just like, nope.
I'm staying over here. Someone abandoned me.
Sit on this
rock.
It's gonna be like his Vesemir's first in marching order. You're gonna be last. Like, nope. Mm-mm. All right, so hold on. Let me get rid of the little.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are these actual skeletons?
Yes, actually, they are.
I
Actual
start
skeletons.
grabbing all the bones I can find.
Yeah, small Jack's. There's bones in the tree.
No. I grab all the bones.
You can have them.
I'm just imagining that you guys are dividing the tree up, like fighting over who gets how many bones.
Anyway. Or it becomes a sitcom where they make a chalk drawing down the. No.
It would be a
Yeah, you're
bloodline.
having the tree.
But the TV's on one side of the room and the controller's on the other side of the room.
Or no, the TV's like split perfectly in half.
Alright, this is not angry.
All right.
Come on.
So yes, it is. So Rictavia's like, take a look at this, and the other side of the tree, like from the knots and the growth and whatnot, it's actually forming. It's not completed yet, but it was actually forming like a face with like eyes and a mouth and whatnot. And he goes, I think he's trying to I think the druids are trying to make a tree blight with that gem that you have there.
Oh shit, the gem.
Which, by the way, the gem, you notice now that you got a closer look at it, it is roughly in the shape of an acorn, or not an acorn, the pine cone. It is roughly in the shape of a pine cone, but you notice there's little veins, like cracks, kind of like
Like a heart.
no, like that Japanese pottery, like kintsugi.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like that, but instead of gold, it's copper. Like little copper cracks in it, but it's not like actual cracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, if this thing got loose, this would have done some serious damage.
Oh shit.
Is there a place where I can stick it?
What? Yeah, there's that. I mean, you could just jam it into the tree if you really want to.
No.
I think that's a good idea, guys. No. Don't do it.
Might be the controller.
Vesemir, I will chop your arm off. As I continue to hack at the base of the
jacks.
Okay, so I'll say you guys spend like the next hour or so just kind of you're not taking turns, but you're all helping to hack away at the tree and whatnot.
Oh, while this is happening, while we're hacking at the tree, I want to make a peace offering to Small
Jack. Rictavio rolls up his sleeves and he's got that old man strength going on.
Yeah. I try to make like the best I could do, like a box shape gift box with the bones, with more bones inside of it. Like Small Drax, I'm sorry I left you behind, and I just give him all the bones I found.
No.
I'll eat later.
Oh, sweet.
a bone box.
You gotta work on your bone craft, Vesemir.
I know. I can't. I know.
Yeah, to you, this looks like a lizard folk kindergartner made it. This is the lizard folk version of macaroni art.
Hey, give me some credit, all right? Like we cool, man. We cool.
You're like, as soon as we get home, I'm gonna put this on the fridge. Okay. All right. So as you're cutting into the tree, more blood starts to flow from the base of it, and there's this smell of flesh, like rotting flesh, that gets stronger and stronger as you cut into it, and eventually the tree does give way. And so there's the stump of the tree, and the outer rings resemble redwood, but as it gets closer and closer to the heart of the tree, it starts to blur between that and muscle. Like, that's how much of this weird blood sap stuff there is. But the actual heart of the tree itself is missing. Like, there's just a hole that is in the ground, like a bloody stump hole, and that just leads into the ground.
No.
How big
No,
is
no,
the
that's
hole?
me, no.
Is it
That's me.
is it acorn shaped?
It's roughly like you can like stick your arm in it. Like,
Oh man.
Oh!
Oh jeez.
but the airy thing is that anyone, especially anyone that has dark vision, if they look into it, the hole just goes on, and it's like a sickening like depth. Like you almost can't wrap your mind around how far down it goes. Like eventually, like your dark vision just gives way, and it's just blackness.
Can we do like an investigation of some sort to see if we like get more info?
No,
I mean, that was very descriptive. I'm just wondering if it's like
on the actual tree itself.
Yeah.
on the whole, yeah.
Oh well, I mean, Rictavio can tell you what a Gulthias tree is.
Oh, hey, Octavio, what is this thing?
It's a Gulthias tree. Anyways, he explains to you that that long ago there was a vampire lord named Gulthias,
Oh, I knew that.
and who this was like centuries ago, probably even more like a millennia ago, and he was tracked down and hunted and killed by vampire slayers, and as a warning, instead of doing the traditional method of killing vampires, which Rictavio explains is staking them in the heart, cutting their head off, filling the mouth with garlic, and throwing that head into a river. You might want to take notes, Vesemir. He says instead of doing that, what they did was that they impaled him with 5 silver spikes onto an oak tree, 1 in each hand, 1 in each foot, and 1 through the mouth. They did this as a warning, but what they were not prepared for was the blood mixing with the sap of the tree, thus creating what's the first Gulthias tree.
Wow.
And this is in the monster manual.
So we stab it with a stake and what? We fill its mouth with garlic, and then we take its head off and throw it in the river.
Yeah, cut the head off, shove garlic in the mouth, throw the head in the river.
Wow.
Just to really add insult to injury. But Rictavio goes to explain that there's probably maybe 10 of these things in the world, these Gulthias trees. And what they do is that they actually birth these blights that you fought off. So
Is there any way we can get rid of it? Wait, first of all, I know this is like Lilith's thing, so we're here to cleanse something, so Lilith, take the lead. I am adding this to Trello.
well, Rictavio actually is like, you still have that alchemist fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
He takes it, gives it like holds it out to Lilith like, you want to do the honors here?
Yes. And I just like drop it down into the hole, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he just did. And then
I'm really glad you said that because that's what I wanted to do to begin with.
and then you just hear the tiniest little, and then the whole thing catches on fire.
Ooh.
And you think you're not quite sure if it's the heat of the flames or it's a trick of the light, but you think you kind of see the stump squirming a bit. So
Take that stump.
Lilith,
Yummy.
time slows down for you again.
Yay!
And okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: do you want? Because I've kind of had some say over this, but do you want the traveler to be masculine or feminine for this appearance?
I really guess that depends on their mood.
Well, I'm asking you because this is your patron.
I mean, I am totally fine with the like non-gender descript.
Non-binary.
Full non-binary. Let's go with like end of Constantine appearance of fuck, I can't remember what her name is right now, but you know, you got me.
Yeah, you got me in a box here. Okay, because the reason why I was asking was because I had picked out 2 outfits. to the traveler. So,
Yeah.
so if you want to go
Keyleth.
for, if you want to go for feminine, the traveler is going to look like this. But if you want to go for masculine, it's going to be dressed as a lumberjack. So it's entirely up to you.
Oh,
my
wow.
God, please, yes, that one all day. All day.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So and okay, so time's okay. Like I said, time starts to slow down for you again, and everyone's kind of frozen in place. And by the way, the traveler also has like huge hair. Like imagine like huge like RuPaul style hair.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like, "Oh my god!" Or they are like, "Oh my god, you did it! Yes!" I was rooting for you all the way. No pun intended. You're not here, Vesemir. You don't get a say.
Oh.
She says that to you. So the paperwork went through. I might get in a little bit of trouble for kind of, you know, pulling some strings back here, but you're all clear. Like I said, you can pick. You can either go back to your original alignment, or you can pick another alignment. Just as long as you don't pick the one you're in right now. It can
What
be
would that make me? That would make me neutral good?
I think, weren't you chaotic neutral?
Yeah.
Originally, yeah. So you can be chaotic. You can go back to chaotic neutral if you want.
Let me go with chaotic good.
Chaotic good. All right.
Yeah. Gotta still keep things interesting.
Let's see. And I feel like you should get a little memento for this.
Yay! A minor magical object, you say?
No.
Minor.
Let me think. Or they. Sorry,
They.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna work on it. Don't worry.
I grew up in a Southern Baptist house. Okay, that's a lot of changing for me. Anyways, they actually, yeah, you know what, fuck it, let's give you a little magical item.
Yay! Yeah!
I'm feeling generous.
Wow, Andrew's feeling generous.
Shut up.
All
right, well, I guess
I'm imagining the traveler like rifles through their desk drawer and it's like, here you go, fuck it.
Went through the junk drawer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full of the weird trinkets you've collected over the years.
Hold on a second. You know, I might not do it anymore now because Vesemir's being a smartass.
What?
No.
Hey.
Don't punish me for his.
Remember, I'm not here.
Come here, Brian.
Yeah, he's not here.
Okay, bye.
Hold on. No, not a mace of terror.
Ooh. We just got you back to chaotic good, but here's a mace.
A chest just shows up. It's like, hold on, let me just. Y'all want another immovable rod?
I don't know some of that thing. That sounds similar.
I wasn't prepared for this though. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so they pull out a very fashionable shirt.
Oh.
I'll let you decide what exactly it looks like. But while you're wearing it, you gain a +1 to AC and a +1 to all your saving throws.
Nice.
So, and they're like, this is for you, girl. Now you can try to look as good as I am. All right, peace. I'm out.
Beautiful.
Imagining a T-shirt that says like what happens in Balaki.
I went to Barovia and all they got me was this stupid T-shirt.
Oh man, I was imagining that it said like interplane exchange congregation of like I don't know, the 8th millennia. Some random conference they go to.
Yeah, it's a really like moth-eaten, like weathered down, like the collar's kind of coming detached from the rest of the shirt. It's like a tour shirt for like Smash Mouth in '98.
I've never heard of this Smash Mouth before.
What is this smashing mouth?
I don't quite understand. What happened to his hair? Why is it so frosted?
What's an Albuquerque and why were they there?
Okay, no, I'm just imagining. I'm gonna go full on like goth, like just black tea.
Well, it's
darkest, blackest tea.
It's a plain white like chain shirt, but when you put it on, it turns into whatever you want it to be. But just that one time, it's not like a disguise.
You get tattooed with it once, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Gonna be one of those like really big shirts that have like a cartoon lady in bikini.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It's a tuxedo T-shirt.
I really hope. I'm just gonna say this like now. Like the shirt just looks like whatever you want the shirt to look like. It changes for every person that sees me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so for like Vesemir, it's like a "I'm with stupid" shirt.
Yeah. No, for Vesemir, it'd be like donate blood today, and then it's just a picture of him.
It's a blood drive shirt. And then for small dress, it's like donate bones today.
This is mine. I'm not giving it away.
Okay. All right. So Victoria's like, now what?
So
the
the
travelers like smack me back on the earth.
All right,
bye.
Yeah, and you like flash a bright light, and you're back in Barovia, back in sunny Barovia.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we should take a quick 4-hour rest.
Well, if you take a long rest, which it will have to be, because there's no 4-hour rest.
Oh.
I'm an elf, so I don't know.
It's a nap, Yeah.
A long rest is described as 8 hours. Okay, you spend 4 hours doing whatever, another 4 hours sleeping or meditating.
All right,
I
so
probably shouldn't like
camp
camp out in the open in here, right?
Uh-huh.
what's the worst that could happen? We already killed the evil tree.
What if someone comes out of that hole?
Then fight.
I mean, they said to not be outside at night in Balaki.
Well, it's not
Or
night.
in
I was
Barovia.
actually just about to say, because you guys got an early start. Because you guys like woke up at like the crack of dawn, which I'll say it's like 7, and you like beeline it straight here, so it was like another hour or so. And combat never takes anything like more than an hour. Combat's usually pretty short.
Yeah, we did
So-
like 8 rounds tops. Let's say
Okay.
10. So that's
So that's like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So I would say if you take a long rest now, it will probably be like late afternoon going into evening, so like 4 to 5.
Okay.
So it'll be dusk.
Okay,
so you're gonna rest.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So
Let me see if your guys' rest is uninterrupted. Mhm. God damn it.
We need our uninterrupted.
Yeah, the one time I rolled really low. Okay. So you guys camp out at Yester Hill.
What a beautiful
Um,
spot to camp.
Oh,
presumably roasting marshmallows over the dead tree. And as you're resting, Rictavio regales you on how he killed a vampire one time with real estate. So,
Wow.
if you want to know the story, I can go into further detail.
Nope.
Okay.
Aw.
No, it's okay. All right. So it is now dusk. The storm has not dissipated. If anything, it's kind of gotten worse. But where do you guys want to go now?
To the winery, right?
Yeah.
To the winery? Okay.
Aww, Howie wanted to do this one.
Oh.
What's up?
Howard wanted to do this one. Okay.
Well, in that case, let's just go south and see what happens.
The cut no. You go south, there's death. Okay. I do have to roll to see if your travel is not uninterrupted now. God damn it. Wow. These dice suck. Son of a bitch. All right, fine. It's beautiful and scenic out. I hate it.
God, it's really quiet out here.
Yeah.
It's actually peaceful.
You know, I think those hunters are full of shit. It's not. I think Griffins have some money. All right, so you guys do eventually approach the winery. So, all right. After a half mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heads west into the valley, and the other leads south into the woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection points west and reads, Vineyard. How do you proceed?
I'm assuming
Well-
we're going here, right?
Well, Vesemir's hauling ass.
Wait, no, I was just asking. I'm presuming because the description, we're right here?
Yes.
Yes, we're going towards that winery.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
A light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there, you see rope-handled half-barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large strand of trees. A man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you. Yeah. So as you're approaching the vineyard, you're not quite in the vineyard yet, but you can see it. But before you actually step foot in the vineyard, there's like a guy's like, hey! Like off to the side.
Alright.
Is he within earshot, or we just see a guy like waving?
Well, I mean, he's doing like the sort of like he's trying not to shout, but he's also still trying to get your attention. So he's just like, hey. Like,
Okay, it's not like one creepy hand extended.
no, it's yeah, he's just
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. You said like a cloak and a cowl, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't like this.
well,
He looks friendly.
because it's like starting to rain. That's why. It's not-
Yeah. Mhm.
It's not like the ghost of Christmas yet to come. So, what do you guys want to do?
Just wave back one.
He's just like the guy's just like. Hold on a second.
What?
Why do you want?
What?
When you call him, shh, 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 get over here.
Okay, yeah, let's go on over there.
Let's go up to him, but not too close. Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna pull Vesemir's bone box out and just start popping.
Well, it's like candy and just chomping on them as we walk up.
you're like the guy in the movie theater where you're trying to be really quiet, and in doing so, you are a lot louder than you think you are.
Imagine you're like slurping Nair out of them like ogres.
If this guy is looking for somebody to help him, and he gets approached by a SMR and a freaking lizard folk and a Kenku. Oh.
Hopefully
Newly realigned SMR. Reaching new levels.
I'm an angel.
The guy's already rethinking his prospects. Like, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. Just go. You're doing great. Okay. No. But the man, he's quite a tall man. Barrel chested, like strong. You can tell it's the kind of strength that comes from working, not so much like fighting, kind of stuff like that. And he does have like a gray streak of hair. And as you approach, he goes, "Did Erwin send you?"
Yeah.
Do we know Erwin?
Yeah, Erwin is
Yeah.
the owner
Oh, you're right.
of the
the
yeah,
Hey,
the
what's
Blue
that?
Water Inn.
What's the name of this winery?
The Wizards of Wine. Oh, is this for the Trello?
Yeah.
Okay. So the man asks if Erwin sent you, and meanwhile, as you get closer, the rain starts to, more and more heavier. It's not quite full rainfall yet, but it's like, it's like 20 seconds away from that, especially if you live in Florida.
Once we get closer, be like, of course he sent us. You're freaking late. We need our wine.
Where's our wine?
And when he goes, and when you hear that Erwin sends you, he goes, oh, thank God. And he kind of leans back into the trees, and he's like, it's okay. Erwin sent them. We're gonna be fine. And another man steps forward who looks younger than this gentleman here. A woman steps forward. A woman's husband steps forward, and you see huddled close to the woman are two children. One is still just a babe, but the other one is a little girl that's clinging on to her mother's hem.
Aw.
And they're like, and like, oh, thank God for Erwin. He's going to help us, and blah blah blah. Like, oh, he's going to save us. And then from behind all of them, you hear the unmistakable tone of a cantankerous old man say, "If it wasn't for Erwin, we wouldn't be in this trouble in the first place." You see this man hobbled over, making his way up to the front.
Is that silver
And-
you got there, Mr. Devian?
No, it's really shiny. Don't worry about it. And he they're all, by the way, they're all wearing like the medieval equivalent of rain slickers,
Right.
like the leather hoods and stuff like that.
Oilskin.
Yeah, exactly. Oiled, yeah. And he walks up. He doesn't walk up to any of you. He walks up to Rictavio, or sorry, Van Richten, because he's not wearing the disguise. And he goes, "Did my good-for-nothing son send you here?" And Rictavio, old man to old man, goes, "Why, I don't know what you're talking about." And they just start one another.
Oh no. I want to ask said cantankerous old man. All right, what's happening here? What did Erwin get you into?
What did Erwin get us into? It's more like what Erwin took away from us. We were the most profitable. Well, we were the only vineyard in Barovia, but he failed on his duties and he fucked us.
The children. Think of the children, little old man. Oh, no.
Yeah, Van
Gentle
Richten says his head's
pause.
like, there's kids here, man. He goes on to explain that Erwin used to work at the vineyard, but one night, this was many years ago, one night when he was supposed to be taking watch over the vineyard, he decided to instead run off and court his now wife. And when that happened, he said that the scarecrows came and ruined the vineyard that he was trying to watch over.
Oh,
It was one of several vineyards. So,
Jeez. So how, Erwin?
let's see. Hold on.
so what's been going on now?
He's like,
And that was obviously years ago.
yeah, that was years ago, but now we've been assailed by druids. They've taken over the winery as well as the vineyard, and they've driven us out. I don't know what they plan on doing with the remaining stock of wine, but we can't do anything until we get back in there. We have to reclaim it. But they're holed up in our walls.
Oh no! How long has this been going on?
I'm checking right now. 2 days ago, he explained. 2 days ago, the druids invaded the winery with a horde of blights and drove the family out.
More blights.
No.
Even more blights.
Well, that's a shame.
You said druids, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
How many druids? I'm wondering, they must have seen the druids and the blights come in and take everything over, so how many druids attacked them?
Can't be any more than a handful, but that was all that was needed. There was one particular one. He looked like he was leading the gang.
So let me get this straight. Your son left, and because he left, the druids took over?
No, what I'm saying is my son shirked his duties, and ever since then, it's been all downhill. And then the druids came. I'm sure there's a reason that he sent the druids here or something. I'm gonna figure this out.
You think your son sent the druids?
No, I'm pretty sure he's responsible for it somehow.
I see. So you want us to deal with the druids then?
Yes, and one of the younger men goes, "Dad, that's not what happened."
All right, kiddo. What's the story then?
All right, let's get this sorted. And the old man goes, "What do you plan on doing about it?" Van Richten.
Well, we want to get the full story.
Well, you can tell that there's something that he's withholding, but you're not quite sure what exactly. There's some detail that the old man is withholding.
Can I ask his son at that point? The kid that just said, like, that's not exactly what happened.
Let's see. Yeah, one of the younger son goes to explain that. Let's see. So what happened was that 3 weeks ago, they were attacked by something that they describe as scarecrows.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The scarecrows dug up something in the vineyard. They were going for something that was in the vineyard itself, and they attacked anyone that went in there to stop them. Whatever they got, they ran off. Hold on a second, I gotta sneeze. Oh, sorry, I didn't want I didn't want to blow out the mic. I apologize about that. They said they ran off in which direction did they go in? Hold on. They ran eastwards once they got whatever they had to get from the vineyard.
Okay.
So that was 3 weeks ago. And then 5 days ago, druids attacked the vineyard again. And again, they did the same thing as the scarecrows did. They went for something in the vineyard itself. And then once they got it, they bugged out. Now, 2 days ago, the most recent thing, druids came and just took over the vineyard, or took over the winery. Like, kicked down the door. All right, y'all got 20 minutes to get out, sort of a thing. It was literally a hostile takeover.
Do they
Gotcha.
do they know what they took?
Yeah. One of them goes, yeah, they took the, and then when he goes like that, Davian's like, you hush your mouth, boy. If you know what's good for you, that's a trade secret.
You tell us your trade secret, or we can't help you.
I just want to intimidate this guy.
Yeah, I would also like to intimidate, or actually, no, I would like to intimidate. Yeah.
Okay. Intimidation rules.
We both like walk up to him. He's still chomping on the bones.
I don't do anything.
You have a +5 intimidation, Lola. What the hell?
I know.
All right,
That's what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Mr. Mordakov.
Hold on. At these paltry intimidation rolls, that's still not good enough. At these paltry intimidation rolls, he's like, "You listen here, you young whippersnappers. All right, back in my day, they used to help the elderly when we asked for help, but now you want something in return. That's the problem with you young people." He starts railing on about this generation and iPhones and stuff like that.
All right.
Mordakov, Mr. Mordakov. Obviously, my friends here are very rude, and we just simply want to have as much information as we can as we go in. If you want our help, we need your help so we can be safer and take over your winery for you. So I'm just trying to persuade him. I don't know if that argument gives me an advantage or not.
Roll me a persuasion check. You haven't won him over, but he's like, I can tell you this. I know the druids have dug their heels in. And the winery, old though it is, it's really sturdy. It's like a fortress in there. I'll be completely honest with you. This is gonna be an uphill fight. But if you help me drive out the druids, I'll tell you what it was they took.
Is there any hidden entrances or back doors that will give us an advantage?
Yeah, that is a good question. He goes, nope. It's all honest work. No back door, no chicanery here. We're good, honest men.
Does anybody else want to try another persuasion?
Nope. Back in my day, we didn't have back doors and secret routes and whatnot. We came through the front door, and that was the only door. In fact, it was called the door.
Rictavio, you seem to connect with this guy. Can you ask him to see if
Van Richten looks insulted. Van Richten goes, actually, can we have a moment real quick to Davian? Like, all right, let's do a little team huddle here. He does the thing where he huddles over and just make sure like Davian's not like listening in. He goes like, okay, what are we actually doing here? Like, what?
Well, we were trying to get the wine into town, but this is turning out to be a messier affair.
Let me tell you something. What you're trying to be is a hero. And I can tell you from experience, heroes get killed. We are at a tactical disadvantage if we go in there. Do you know what tactics are?
Yeah.
Are you
do you
sure?
know
Because
what
that mess
free
over at the
food
hill
and
tells me
board
otherwise.
is?
That was a tactic, sir.
Look,
But I
look,
mean, we get free room and board out of this.
he looks at Small Jack's like playing dumb only gets you so far. Eventually the enemy's gonna catch on. I'm saying we can do this, but if we do, we have to be smart. We need to be calculated and coordinated. And
Right.
we
That's why I was asking if there was an actual, like, other way in or something that could help give us an advantage.
It doesn't look like it. The old man wasn't being very helpful with that.
Nope.
Hold on. Let me rephrase this. Hold on a second. Give me a second. And he goes and talks to the old man, and he, instead of using words like secret entrance or something like that, he says side door and whatnot. The old man's like, "Oh yeah, if you go to the west side of the winery, there's a little side door that leads straight to the outhouse. Why didn't you say that sooner? Act like we're a bunch of thieves."
What about that whole door nonsense? It's the only front door.
Yeah, I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think this guy's going senile or something.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, you mind me, boy. Don't put words in my mouth.
Now, here's the question, guys. This is like a side quest. Do we want to like do this, or do we want to go to the actual place,
Just fuck off.
Never mind.
the House of the Dragon, which is part of our rating, or back to
Save-
town?
Save your own winery.
I mean, we already took care of what we needed to in this area, so yeah, we could just tell this old guy like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah, you don't want our help? Alrighty.
Now I come back.
Should have been more forthcoming with your information, dude. We don't know what we're walking into.
Are you going to use that as a bargaining chip?
Yeah, pretty much. Because there's not really anything here other than we were trying to be nice and help make the wine happen, but this dude is not helping, and his family is neither. So
Help us help you, dude.
He goes, fine, all right. We have a network of spies.
Ooh,
now we're talking.
you don't say.
If you help us, we will help you as part of our network.
Mm.
What
That's-
can your network offer us here in Barovia?
We can scout ahead. We can give you information. Let me see what else they can do. Hold on. They can offer safe passage through certain parts, and also he says something ominous to the effect of, "And we'll always have an eye on you. Don't you worry about that."
We'll see
That's
now.
creepy.
And when he says we'll keep an eye on you, he kind of looks up, and if you look up, you see a bunch of ravens
I
in the
figured.
tree.
We'll see. Now tell me, what are these druids to your network?
Interference and lethal.
And what is your network trying to accomplish in Barovia?
We're trying to wean out any weakness we can of Strahd.
Huh. Well, you see, we're here to take on Strahd.
Those are the magic words, my good sir.
Exactly.
All
All right,
So,
so side door on the building.
Is
Is there any okay. What's the main gathering space that they might all be in? Or what do you think they're going to be interested in the building?
he describes that there's probably 2 places he can think of where they could, they'll be big enough to gather. Actually, 3 places that he can think of where they'll gather. He says one would probably be the fermentation room, which is where the wine is actually made. He says one might or might not be upstairs, where the bedrooms are and the personal rooms and whatnot. And he says one would probably most definitely be in the cellar.
Dibs on the cellar.
Okay, so
to the
to the whole gang, I can cast Mirror, which essentially will create 5 of me so that I can place and run anywhere.
Ooh.
No. So essentially, it'll just be as though I'm like mirroring myself across a board. But if we want to use my mirror self as a bait, we could try to lure them into a like smaller location and take them on individually, or we could try to we could try to just corral as many as we could into one location.
Okay.
That is a good weapon to have.
Yeah, definitely.
So we could try to just like bounce into this place.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm very good at looking through windows.
Unparalleled at looking at windows.
So
And-
we can scout the perimeter of the winery and see why.
And as you guys are talking, Van Richten's like, "See, this is what I'm talking about."
So are we gonna do this?
You gonna do this shit?
Yeah, do you
Do you have a map of the winery?
I think it'd be good in the long run.
He draws a. I mean, I can't give you a map yet, but he draws he draws in the shaky hand of an old man. Jeez, you guys are killing me. You're killing me. All right. I mean, it's all. He says you can see the fermentation vats from any floor in the winery. There's a balcony overlooking it that has the private rooms, and across from the fermentation vats are where the barrels are going to be. Below all that, you can either take the barrel ramp or the stairs. Below all that is the cellar. But no, I'm not going to give you a map just yet. Y'all can figure that part out when we get there.
So yeah, let's try to get a little closer and see if we can see anything inside or hear anything.
Okay.
Keep the mirror thing in our back pocket, and we can use that once we have some more info.
I can
duplicate myself 3 ways.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So I am just going to lift you guys from the world map. If y'all don't have any of your like stat things, just go ahead and fill them in. So I do apologize about that. I'm not perfect.
Unbelievable.
Hey,
there's
look, when I say I'm prepping, I'm really just listening to music, okay?
Alright, my stuff is in.
Okay. Well, I mean, hold on. I haven't put you on the map yet.
What stuff are we putting in? I'm not sure I understand.
Hold on a second.
the little circles on your token.
Oh.
Okay, so first one, I'm gonna cut this music real quick.
The super
ominous creepy
Yes.
music?
Yeah. So this next map is gonna be a little rough because again, I had to use a homebrew map for this. It wasn't lining up. The grid wasn't lining up no matter how many glasses of bourbon I had. So just bear in mind on that. So yeah, I do apologize. Okay.
Were these the maps you were like getting really angry with when I was doing the Christmas campaign?
Yes, this is the one I was like, I was like, I'm gonna. If Roll20 was a person, I would stab them. So,
I didn't think it was going to be a big deal when I was setting up maps. I was like, it's a different layer for everything, but you don't. It's not like labeled as layers. You just have to decide what
Yep.
type you want to touch. Like you have your token items, you have your map items, and then you have like your objects. Like
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. Okay.
Bunch of noobs.
Oh, shut up.
get out of here, Jose.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, so as you approach the winery, the drizzle now becomes full on rain.
No.
So no, Jose, don't fall asleep. I told you not to fall asleep during this part. Situated in the midst of the vineyard, the winery is an old two-story stone building with multiple entrances. The old man lied. Thick ivory, he's an old man. Thick ivory covering every wall and iron fencing along the roof line. The trail ends at an open loading dock on the ground floor. A wooden stable of a more recent construction is attached to the east side of the winery, next to the loading dock. West of the winery is a crumbling well and a wooden outhouse. You hear the rustle of dead vines all around you. All right. So this actually, I'm going to put y'all on the path. So, boop. All right. So we are going to be, from this point onward till I say we don't, we are going to be using dungeon rules. So if you guys want to figure out marching formation, stuff like that, now would be the time.
I don't see us on the map.
You don't see it on the map?
Well, we're looking at the overworld map.
Oh, you want to know why? Because I forgot to put the banner over there. Ha
Wow.
How about now?
I can go up front because my passive perception is pretty high. It's 15. What are you talking about? This is lining up perfectly.
So do we want to attempt entering from a different area, or what's our game plan here? What are we trying to do when we go in? We need to go in strategically, so according to Ricavio.
I mean, there's 3 spots we have to hit. There's the cellar, the fermentation room, and then
Upstairs, and then like the quarters.
Yeah.
Van Richten chimes in. If we go through the front door, they're going to be expecting it.
Right. There's a side door that takes us directly to the winery, right? Like the fermentation room.
Yeah, the side door takes you directly to the fermentation vats.
We can start there.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a couple different plans. Like, we could use my mirror image to try to corral them still. That's still an option. Or I could use like a mage hand and float a cloak up near the second floor, so it looks like there's a cloak floating outside the window, so it would like alert them to come downstairs.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Well, no, I understand. I've been trying to think of like, if we got them all outside or something, I wonder if we could just go inside and then lock it down. Yeah. I'm wondering what it would take, like if you know, all of a sudden they see something floating around outside.
And I can mimic sounds that I've heard. So a creature can tell these sounds are imitation. Oh wait, if they do an inside check, they can tell that it's imitation. But I can like, so I can make a sound, and you can make a person. Like maybe we could pretend to be the old man, like coming up and like antagonizing them, like, "Hey, give me back my winery," and maybe they'll come outside to try to be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up,
like,
man."
What's there, you little shit?
Like a spirit or something, like something that would actually freak them out or scare them to the point where they like come outside to at least confront it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Can we make it look like Strahd?
Ooh.
Like what?
I
What?
don't know, something.
I don't have enough in the way
What, mirror image?
illusionary spells. Yeah. No, I can't do that with mirror image. I basically create 3 more of myself.
No, just in general, like some like tricks and robes and fire horse.
Oh, maybe. I mean, you want to make like a Strahd scarecrow?
Yeah.
Just
And
like
I
on a
can-
little wagon, like.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to weigh less than 10 pounds for Mage Hand to carry it around, but yes.
I can sound like Strahd because I've heard him before. It's like I can only mimic sounds that I've heard before, so I could sound like him. I don't know.
I can sound like that. Yeah.
Or we can just set up a Strahd like statue, like or a Strahd like a scarecrow in front of the front door, and have them all go to the front, and then we sneak in the side, attack from behind.
Yes, like the Dread Pirate Roberts. Let's do it. Like,
This is gonna take hours for you guys to
Aw.
make a scarecrow that looks like Strahd.
It doesn't have to look just like Strahd. It just has to look enough like Strahd to where when we use the mimic voice, it'll trick them.
Okay.
exactly.
So what clothes are you going to give it?
I mean, I have a set of common clothes.
Oh, I have actually. Hold on. I have.
What is it? I thought I had like very nice robes from the.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I have like the nice clothes
Ooh.
when we were in.
All right.
So can we put it on that?
Okay. And you can use pieces of bone for vampire fangs and stuff like that. And
Yeah, he has real dentures, like full set. Smoldrax just had this on hand. Are you
Oh, I have
plan,
plenty of
or-
teeth. We can do that.
all right, hold on.
So the skeleton of this thing is actually gonna be skeleton, like an actual bone skeleton.
Oh, that would be awesome.
What does the 15 get of bone craft?
Bone craft.
So essentially, like, you have Smoldrax like holding the middle, and then you have Lilith and me, with each arm like,
This is
controlling.
the scarecrow.
And I'm like, I'm Strahd.
Yeah, and then it's just doing the voice.
Get out of my castle.
Get out of my winery.
I'm very thirsty.
I want some wine.
All right, so who's gonna lead with the scarecrow?
I'm assuming whoever has the highest performance.
Like who's gonna puppet the scarecrow?
I mean, no, I could like mage hand it out there. If it weighs less than 10 pounds.
Or if it's on like a cart, we can like have you push it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll say if it's on a cart, you can push it with the mage hand, but lifting it's probably a different story altogether.
I think it's a good
We
idea.
constructed a very small cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what's left of like a wheelbarrow. You just like snap the handles off, and you just put the okay. Okay.
I guess where the side of this building is, like, the front and west side.
He said it's on the west side, so it'd be like right there, kind of. Hold on. Yeah.
So that's actually the front, or that's the side.
So if you want, you can go down the path and then cut west, or you can just cut through the vineyards, and it's entirely up to you.
Let's go through the vineyards. That's sneakier. We don't want to go down the path. What if they see us, right? I don't know.
Okay.
I can try to scout ahead. I have decent perception.
Okay. How far ahead? And remember, we are using dungeon rules, so how far ahead are you going to scout?
I'm just gonna like come over here and see
Okay.
what I can see with my elven eyes.
All right. You hear the rustle of dead vines all around you. An inhuman shape emerges from the vineyard, its limb cracking as it trudges forth through the mist and rain. You see now. Keep in mind, I'm gonna paint a picture for y'all. Keep in mind, it is getting dark, so with the thunder, or not the thunder, but the thunder clouds rather, the thunderstorm and whatnot, it is hard to see. All right, for like human eyes.
But I have elven eyes,
Whatever.
and I roll a crit.
What?
I rolled a 25.
Okay.
Andrew's had it. Andrew's had it with me today. It's like, shut up.
It's like, what?
Hold on a second. I'm having a bit of trouble here. Oh, that's why. Duh. Sorry, my bad. All right. So you see as you are walking forward, you see a needle blight emerge from the vineyard. A single needle blight. Like, whatever. It's a needle blight. You fought plenty of these guys before.
We gotta take them out quick and quiet.
But then there's a roll of thunder, a peal of thunder, which reveals many more needle blights.
Oh god.
Many,
Our cover is blown.
So
many
Great.
probably just
more
run.
needle blights.
I think we need dip.
We definitely run to that side door.
Wait, don't leave me behind, guys.
You're coming with us, right?
Roll for initiative.
Oh no.
Are you kidding?
You know I'm not.
Fuck me.
Wait, do we all still have Alchemist Fire?
We all should.
I have an alchemist fire. I have one.
And we all should have had 3. I don't know.
Wow, I rolled great.
So same thing like last time. I'm going to be using swarm rules because I'm not rolling initiative for 30 of these guys. Fuck that. And that's how many there are. So. So for every one needle blight that shows up on your initiative order, it's going to be 5 of them that goes.
Oh man.
Distance.
All right. So this cluster of needle blights is going to come up here. It's going to get real crowded real fast. And they're going to swarm Vesemir.
I got this, guys.
Oh no.
Hold on.
We should run.
All right. So they start just pounding on you with their claws. Ah! You manage to, with your combat experience, you manage to block some of them. Well, one of them does manage to get a hit in. You take 6 piercing damage. Let's see. The next
Owie.
column. Ow, I'm hurting. Let's see. Oh, let me move these guys over here. These needle blight men over here are actually going to, like horrifying zombies, just run through the vineyard up towards where you guys are at. And they're just going to start spraying needles everywhere towards Rictavio and Lilith. So. Okay. Rictavio takes 7 piercing damage, and Lilith takes 8 piercing damage. And guess what I forgot to do, guys?
Roll for Octavio.
Son of a bitch. Oh, every time. Okay. That's okay. All right. You rolled not so great.
I didn't mess with your turnover.
No, it really didn't. So, and then these needle blights here are just going to move in a little bit closer, and they're going to start spraying needles at Vesemir as well.
I like how there's a scarecrow here.
Well, that's one you guys made.
I know.
And from the needles you take 14 piercing damage.
Oof.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lilith, it's your turn.
Oh. Yikers.
At least-
Rictavia's like, just go for the winery.
I'm not in the turn order. I don't think.
You're not? Hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
sure enough, you're not. Hold on. Hold on. I could probably just add you.
With a nice crisp 5.
I didn't say it'd be great. Yeah, it's you're gonna go after Vesemir, but before another needle blade.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Do you think I should just run through the vineyard, or
They're gonna get attacks of opportunity on you.
I mean, unless I just fly?
I mean, it's still only 10 feet.
What?
Like you fly up 10 feet, right?
No. I have a flying speed of 30, so I can fly up like
Oh.
30.
if you do fly, they can't make attacks of opportunities with their needles, but they can attack you with their needles. You understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I think regardless of getting it. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna cast Radiant Soul, which essentially just I can fly for 1 whole minute. I end it. What?
The Rictavia's like, no, where are you going?
I'm just gonna like blast up.
you fly up and you see like Rictavia's head getting like swallowed up by needlemen.
I mean, as a bonus action, I can throw some Alchemist Fire on the larger group soon.
Just do a bombing run.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my plan.
I can use an Alchemist Fire as a regular action, ain't it?
Bombs away.
Yeah, can I use that as a bonus action, or?
I will say the Radiant Soul is your move action. So yes, you can use the Alchemist Fire.
Nice.
I am a generous god.
What are the stats on the Alchemist Fire? Like,
It is a ranged attack, and it does 2d4 fire damage.
okay. How do you want me to roll this ranged attack then?
Just roll dexterity. Dexterity check. And it's going to be, the range is up to 20 feet. Well.
Mm.
I got you. It does a thing where like you release it way too early and it like rolls off your arm. And just kind of harmlessly splashes like.
Beautiful.
And because of the rate, it like. So.
So it's just like hovering in the air, just kind of like.
I did my best. All right, time to go, guys. My planet needs me. All right, so let's see. It was Lilith's turn, right? Wait, how did we get screwed up on the? Hold on. Okay, Alex or Small Jacks rather. It's your. Where did you go?
It's up the corner over here.
Oh, okay, all
I
right.
backed up a little bit when I saw all the needle blights.
Whoa, man.
I guess.
All right, it's your turn, Small Jacks.
All right. All right. So we're just gonna back away from everybody. I'm gonna just use my 30 feet. Go down. I'm just gonna the vines, just busting through the vineyards, and then
You can go further than that. You can go all the way down here.
okay, I'm going to that one, busting through 2 layers of the vineyard. And as I'm running through, I want to cast Sacred Flame on this needle blight.
Okay, let's see it. All right. And again, like I said, it does work on swarm rules, so it's going to be like a pool of health. So I need to roll dexterity save. All right, it does make it, so it only takes so the swarm only takes 4 damage. Here's what I'm gonna do to save me some a headache. Hold on a second. Because I just put all the tokens there for a fact. Because I'm like, oh shit. And it legitimately says in the book 30. And I'm like, oh my god. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make one really big token each group. So I just had to have that scare in there.
Just like on there.
Don't hate me.
Mm.
So that's what we'll do. Just so we can kind of. I don't know about you, just like looking a little claustrophobic here. So
It's like fun boy.
No, I need you
Yeah.
to control each one of them individually.
that's what it asks me to do, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not rolling initiative for 30 of these dudes.
I don't know why being fun boy stuck out.
Okay, so and then it takes the. Sorry. Y'all getting sleepy on me?
Yes.
It was that rain, man. Got me.
Damn it, I do it. I even told Jose, like, don't fall asleep during the session, okay? And he's like, what? I'm like, just don't fall asleep, please. Promise me you won't fall asleep. Okay. Sorry about all that. All right. So then this horde of needle blights is going to. They're going to attack Vesemir. That's all they can see right now. They small Drax managed to evade them.
Oh, nice.
So small Drax like a coward. Oh Jesus. Okay.
All part of the plan.
I got a plan, guys. Just search for
Classic.
The plan was to run away.
I'm so proud of you.
I learned from the best.
All right. So all
Gotta watch
but,
out for number one, man.
all but one of the needle blights miss, but the one that does hit crits,
All right.
and it deals 21 damage towards you.
I can do this all day.
Oh, no, you can't.
Taloxi, it's your turn.
Okay. So I would like to attack a lot at once. Is there any way I could like dump the oil that I have all over them and then shoot an arrow, like a flaming arrow at them? Or is that too many? I want to make a big impact. I don't want to just hit one dude. Maybe I could light my 2 daggers on fire and then throw them. I don't know.
I would say hitting him with the oil would probably be an action because you have to aim it and throw it.
All right.
So yeah, it would if you want to do that, it would take you like two rounds to do.
2 rounds, and they probably kill me by the time that happens. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna throw my 2 daggers at the cluster that's closest to me and Lilith.
Okay.
And just hope for the best, and then maybe run away if I still can.
All right. So those 2 do hit. Oh damn. All right. So those 2 do hit,
Yay.
and you actually do manage to take down one of them,
Excellent.
but there is still 4 standing there.
Ah.
So, Vesemir, you're being assailed by needles in the middle of this vineyard. This is not what you had in mind.
Is this how far they are from me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going after this dude. I'm gonna punch him in the face. However, it's gonna be with my regular longsword because if I do fire, I'm gonna die. Do I hit?
You do not hit.
I'm so weak and I'm just. Alright, that's it for me, guys. I just catch my breath real quick. Alright.
All right. It's Rictavio's turn because I did roll for him. Rictavio runs over here. He's gonna cast Cure Wounds. He's a good guy.
Thanks, Rictavio. I'm gonna get my
Yay.
shit handed to me in a couple seconds again, and it's okay.
Let's see. All right, so you're gonna get 20 health back, and then he's gonna shout at all y'all, "Make it for the winery! Barricade ourselves!" And he's gonna use the rest of his movement to like haul ass towards the winery.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
Oh, the scariest looking scarecrow I've ever
He's afraid.
seen.
He's a scared old man.
Rictavio, you coward! We fight!
The Torta Needle Blight is gonna try to get in on this action here. you coward! What the hell?
I'm so disappointed. Never meet your heroes.
What? Okay. So, what's your new AC with the armor, Lilith?
It is 13.
13. Okay. So
That,
With
armor
that,
moves? Oh,
isn't
God.
that sad?
so two.
Run away and save the squishy. Yes.
You're very squishy.
So as you're flying through the air, these needle blights just like like anti-aircraft, and you take 17 piercing damage.
Fucking dick.
I got hit hard, but I don't think I got hit that hard.
Stupid blights.
I'm down to 19, so
I was down to 9. Like, if Rictavio didn't heal me, I was down.
This group of needle blights is gonna start running towards Rictavio.
You coward!
Get back here and fight!
Get back here, fight. Get back.
As is this one, they're gonna start running towards Rictavio.
Yes,
Lilith.
get him.
Get the old man.
Anyways, go ahead.
fly. So I'm gonna fly towards small drags. Is that how far you can get in one turn?
What, 30 feet? That should be. Yeah.
Okay. Scooby-Doo. All right, Scooby-Doo. Small drags.
What's up?
I can fly, y'all. You're not. Are you gonna do anything else besides just move?
Yeah, I'll toss the firebolt over towards like this one.
You said fireball?
Firebolt.
Oh, okay.
You
I mean,
got it.
a fireball would be really handy right now.
Yeah.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
It's okay.
You're doing great, guys.
Yeah, that's like, I tried.
I did my best. That's all that matters. That's what the therapy poster said. Just do your best. All right, small Drax. There's a lot happening right now.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna dash through a couple more sections of the vineyard and then attack this guy with inflict wounds.
Hell yeah, let's see it.
Do it.
Never mind.
Damn it.
Is that inspiration still?
No, I used it already.
Can I give you my inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Yay.
That's why he flew over. That was the real reason.
Catch! Boop.
You can do it.
So if you want to, you can just use that 17 because that will hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So.
12.
All right. Well, you managed to kill one of them and do a little bit of damage to another.
This is the
But-
worst. rolls.
All right. So this needle blight's going to go in on Rictavio here. you coward. Oh, crap. Let's see. So that is... Ooh, that's not good. 13. Okay, it's gonna do 20 damage towards Rictavio. And you hear the sounds of claws ripping in the flesh, and you can't see Rictavio through the swarm of needle blights, but you can hear him. Just, "Ah! They're killing me!" Alexia, what are you still doing all the way back there? It's your turn.
Oh no. So we're still like, are we running towards the winery? Or are we running away from the winery? Like, are we just scattering like randomly?
All of the above.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Rictavio said barricade yourselves within the winery.
There's
If you
evil
wanna
guys
do this-
inside of it.
There's a lot more evil guys outside of it.
And there are certain places that they're not. Yeah. Okay. We should try to go to the parts of the winery where they're not at. So I'm just gonna kind of run, and as I'm running, maybe like shoot an arrow behind me at this person. Is that
Sounds like a plan.
okay? All
Which
right.
one? Wait, which one are you hitting? This one?
Oh, yes, that one.
Okay. All right. Let's see it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. All right. Here we go.
That's a hit. Let's see some damage. All right. So you do manage to plug one. It does fall into now a wet pile of needles. However, there's still 3 of them left standing from this swarm.
Okay.
Vesemir,
Alright,
you are surrounded.
I'm gonna set my blade on fire. I'm
Yay.
gonna hit this guy.
Do it. Not with that roll, you ain't.
Alright. If I move, am I gonna get attacked by this guy and this guy?
You will get a single melee attack. They're not going to get like a full round. They're not going to like swarm you. They will get a single melee attack. So they'll like one will take a swipe at you as you're running by. I'm not sadistic.
Fuck it!
All right, one is going to take a swipe at you. Damn it! And of course he crits.
Fuck it!
you take 12 piercing damage.
I got all my good rolls out of the way in the first encounter.
Yes, you did.
I told you guys.
All right, let's see what Rictavio is dying over here. Okay, hold on. Let's see what he can do. This is bad.
Shit.
No, I don't think Speak with Dead's going to help him right now. Let's see. Oh, this is bad.
It was nice knowing you, Rictavio.
Oh.
Thanks for signing my book.
You lived a good life.
Oh.
Your story will live on.
Okay, so what he's going to do is that he sees that well, hold on. Let's see what. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here. Don't fall asleep on me. All right. So he is going to run over here, and then he's gonna say to Smaldrex, because he's within range. Smaldrex, don't fight, just run. And he's gonna cast Sanctuary on you.
Okay.
And so you ward a creature within range against an attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who attacks a warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack. If you attack, however, the spell ends.
Okay.
So he has like a protective bubble around you, but you can't attack either.
Yes,
Pop that.
I yelled at
So-
Small Drex, kick his ass!
Kick his ass, Seabass.
So all right. So then the swarm of needle blights are gonna move in and they're gonna start just showering everybody here. Just a shotgun blast of needles.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So, Taloxia, you take 5 piercing damage, and Lilith, you take 6 piercing damage.
Crap.
Well, that puts me down to lucky number 13 again.
Hey, me too, actually. Woo!
13 gang. All right. So these group of needle blights are gonna send a hailstorm of needles towards Octavia's back now. And oh my Jesus Christ, he's gonna take 19 damage from that. And again, you just hear Octavia. Ah!
Did he go?
What?
Did he go?
Yeah, he did.
Why is he still in the same position? Why didn't he move?
Yeah, why didn't he run away?
No, he moved. I moved him.
Like
He
what?
didn't move her. No,
Five,
no.
5 feet?
Yeah, it's still my move. Okay, you have to respect it.
Octavia, you're a dumbass!
These swarms of needle blights are gonna ignore Octavia and they're gonna just flow over the fence
Bring it,
and try
bitch!
and try to intercept you. Actually, can they reach you with their needles? Hold on.
No, they cannot.
Yes, they can.
No.
Oh, I'm actually here around the corner. You can't see.
Well, that's okay. None of them hit you anyway, so you're fine.
Yeah!
Lilith, you're surveying the chaos like a Vietnam helicopter pilot. This is bad.
Oh, God.
What do
Agent
you
Orange.
do?
Continue my flight.
Just play Ride of the Valkyries as your
Right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so the was over here, right?
Uh-huh. Oh,
I flying on him.
you can see from your perspective because you have a better view of the winery. You can see from your perspective what looks like crap. Hold on, what's the word I'm looking for here? Stables and a loading dock close to where Vesemir is.
Alright.
Right
So
here.
there's like a door or anything I can see?
I'm sorry.
Is there an entrance?
You can see doors. You can't really tell where they lead to, but you can see doors. The loading dock is just more like an open bay, but the stables have office stable doors. Like it's like the double barn doors.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna fly towards Vesemir.
Okay. That would.
13 gang!
It's a real shame that alchemist fire didn't work because it would have been like napalm. Just playing Fortunate Son over the.
I mean, I have 2 more alchemist fires. So let me. Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
And we get flagged on Twitch.
Yes, finally!
Let's see some damage.
Set the house on fire. I mean, the blight's on fire.
Yeah, right.
It was 2d6 or.
2d4. Don't try to sneak some extra damage in there.
It's
on
actually
me.
2d12, so I just looked it up.
It's actually 8d6.
Actually.
Currently flying, I also deal extra radiant damage. 4.
Okay.
Boom, 10. Whatever.
I like it. I like
So
it.
it's fire with holy light.
It's literally cleansing fire. So who are you doing the damage towards? Those swarm here by small drax or?
Oh, I was actually aiming for this swarm, but since this swarm is like where we're trying to be.
Okay.
Or is Wonder Small Drax looking a little more tired?
The one by Smaldrex is looking a little haggard.
Ooh, is Smaldrex you gonna be fine, or yeah,
I'll be fine.
Smaldrex will be fine. He'll be over here in a second. So I'm gonna attack this guy.
Smaldrex is a big boy. He can take care of
I
himself.
have small dress. Please believe it.
Iron side, get out of here.
Praise
Okay.
you.
All right. So, what's a helicopter model for Vietnam? Like the Comanche. The last thing the needle blades here is. You do manage to kill one of them, but there is 4 charred and pissed.
Literal Valkyrie.
It's
love-
awe-inspiring.
I love the smell of alchemist fire in the morning.
I love the needle blades in the morning.
Good bomb. Oh man.
All right, so Smaldrex.
All right. I'm still just gonna go after this one right in front of me. Do Sacred Flame.
Okay. Rictavia is going to have to make a wisdom save to not have flashbacks from his time in Mom. Look, they're coming out of the trees.
That is some massive radiant damage you just
Oh
rolled. by the
man,
way.
yeah. And as soon as I clicked that, I was like, I remembered to put that bubble on me. Okay. Sorry, Rick Fabio.
Well, hold on, because you forgot. Do you want this gimme?
No,
or
I clicked it. No.
Okay, so you hit these guys with the equivalent of a water pistol. I mean,
Just so I'm imagining just one ray of sunlight opens up in the thunderstorm for a quick second, and then goes.
all right, so they managed to take a single radiant damage.
All right, and then I'm gonna use my movement to run away. I'm gonna go over with these guys. Be like, sorry, and I'm run away.
Man, Richard's like, son of a bitch. That was a 3rd level spell. Meanwhile, this group of needle blades here is going to start digging into Van Richten. No, screw it. They're going to attack you. Never mind. Small drags. Hold
The
on.
old man alone.
You take 17 piercing damage from the hailstorm of needles that follow. That's what you get for. That's what you get for wasting it.
Shit.
All right, Talaxia, you are the only one left in the vineyard,
All right.
and the needlemen are closing in on you.
Oh my god. I am going to run as far as I can.
Not
like
that
that.
way.
Not like that.
No! Dungeon rules!
How do
She moved there.
no!
It's a fight or flight response. Panicking.
I'm gonna run as far as I can. How do I do the measurement thingy?
It's this. It looks like. Yeah.
It's right,
And
it's
it's
right
not
under the
same.
magnifying glass.
So if you go 30 feet, you can actually beat all of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I forgot I can move 35 feet. So technically, I'm here.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run, and then I'm also gonna fire off a volley of arrows. Well, I guess when I get over here, I'm gonna
okay.
shoot at this.
Wait till you're a safe distance away.
Yes. And then take out the closest threat. I'm gonna light them on fire, and then, yeah, shoot an arrow.
Okay. Not with that roll, unfortunately. You're
Do you have inspiration?
Yes. I'll use it. Why not?
okay.
I'll use it. I don't know how to use it, but yeah.
If when you use it, if you use it after you roll, that means you can just use the advantage roll. So
22.
yeah.
Okay.
Then that does that. All right. All right. So you do manage to shoot a flaming arrow. One of the needlemen goes down. However, there's still a ton of these guys in the vineyard.
No.
Bessemer,
Alright. I'm gonna come over here.
13 gang, rise up.
Let's do this! And I'm gonna attempt to hit it
Oh, okay. All right. That's a hit. Let's see some damage.
Ooh, use your flame move.
Well, it's something. 13. Yes. Is
Okay.
my fire? Hold on, because my fire's not. Is it rolling? Yeah, it's supposed to be rolling. All right. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Legs acting up. Okay. All right. So you do manage to take down another needle man.
Nice.
But again, there's a swarm of these guys. Where is Rick Tavio going to go? Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Well, this guy's blocking the entrance. I can't freaking.
Rick Tavio's just like, nope, fuck this. And he's doing the thing where he's like swinging his sword.
Tavio, you coward!
And he's going to make his way here, and he's actually going to disappear into the other map. So
Oh, there's another map?
yeah, there's a
Oh,
continuation of this.
Oh, I thought it just ended here.
No. no.
oh
This
man.
is the homebrew map. There is an actual official map after this.
Oh, that would have been nice to know. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then he just runs into the actual winery because this is a vineyard. I didn't have a map of the actual vineyard.
I see. Okay. I thought it just. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
So we do have an escape route.
Yeah, there's totally escape routes. I told you these are there's an entrance here and an entrance here.
Right, but this entrance just looks like it ends here.
No. That's just because of the map style.
Right.
So
Oh, okay. Whoops.
that was my fault. I should have explained that better.
Nah, you're good.
I was too excited in you guys coming up with a plan and having it immediately
Oh.
hit a roadblock.
I mean,
You
to
don't
be
miss.
fair, I didn't finish my turn either.
All right. Yeah, no, you did.
Because I was gonna ask you, like, if I move, because I attacked him. If I move, do I get an attack opportunity?
If what?
So I attacked him, right? I went from here 10 feet,
Right.
attacked him, and hit like shit. And if I decide to move like, to finish my movement, do I get an attack opportunity from this guy?
If you move through them, yes. If you move back, like you're just going in and then moving
Oh.
back.
Boop.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually make it all the way. Okay, I'm out.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
losers. Rick, tell you away from me.
Again.
Vesemir's getting really good at this abandoning thing. So this group of needle blights are going to just simply turn towards the three remaining members and just go like and just silently howl because they don't have speech, but they're just like and they're gonna start hauling ass, you guys, just like Terminator 2 style, like through the vines.
Sounds terrifying.
Shit.
This one is also going to make their way around here. And this one's actually going to come in and just start like, blasting everyone with needles. How much health I got?
Shit.
Okay, so Small Drax, you take 8 damage. And Taloxia, you take 9 damage. They miss Lilith. Somehow.
Oh, I've got 7
flying,
hit points.
I'm still flying.
That's okay. All right, Lilith, it is your turn. Like cowards, Rictavio and Vesemir have ran. And just like taking the coward's way out. I love it.
I mean,
It doesn't pay to be pragmatic. I mean, no, it does pay to be pragmatic.
all right.
Yeah.
Before I disappear,
Oh, I'm sorry. What was you want to say?
I'll cast Sacred Flame on this guy on the way in.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Drive by Sacred Flame.
one last fuck you.
Yeah, just like you're flying back, you're just like.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right, so they don't. So you do manage to take out one other needle man with that. I know it's needle blight, but I like needleman.
Needleman.
All right, so you're gonna do the same
I'm
thing.
gonna do the same thing. Yeah, blast this guy as we both run in. So we're gonna both sacred flame him.
Okay.
Do minimal damage.
Nothing but ones. Okay. All right. So you do manage to burn one, but you don't kill him. Talaxia.
Yes.
These three are going.
From the other room, you hear, "You can take him.
You got this.
Never retreat."
Oh my god.
Everybody love me.
Talaxia, how much health do you have left?
7 points.
Oh, it's not Talaxia's turn. Whoops.
All right, you take 6 points of damage. Now it's your turn, Talaxia.
I'm running the hell away. I'm going with everybody else. Where did everybody go?
Do the bad Rick to the fist. Just wave the knife over your head. All right.
Yeah.
So hold on. Let me move y'all to the proper map now.
Yay. Please.
I look over at the team. I'm just like, "Good job, guys. We nailed it."
As you puke on yourself.
I'm all like bleeding and like have black eyes and I'm fucking limping and dying.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So where are we now? Are we just like in this little hallway?
Yeah. Hold on. Just
Okay, you're moving.
yeah. I'm setting it up right now. Then I just gotta add Rick. Where you at, buddy? All right. All right. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
can you take that away from him?
All right. So can you see everything?
Yes.
All right. So this is where you guys are at right now. It is. Let's see. Parked in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in the braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you can see a wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. Rictavio disappears behind a door that's just ajar. We're out of initiative order, so
Are we still in dungeon mode?
yes.
Can I investigate these things?
You can, but this is a open area and there are needlemen outside.
I mean, I just want to take a quick look at it. It's not like
It's barrels.
I'm assuming it's just wine.
Yeah, the barrels are actually emptied, but they have a brand that says Purple Grape Match number 3.
No, okay.
It's not the good stuff. It's all right.
Alright, I go to this weird corner here. Is this like an actual entrance?
Huh?
That's another door here. By the way, I can go through walls. I don't know if you want me to do that.
Oh, damn it! Hold on. How do I? Yeah, help me out here. How do I change it?
On the tab window thingy where you drag the banner, just click on the gears.
Okay.
And then just restrict movement.
There we go.
Alright.
All right. Now try to walk through walls.
I can't! So, what is this? Is it like an actual entrance? A door? What's going on here?
Hold on a second. Figure it out. Read it. It is a door, but it's barred from the other side. Like you try to push it open, and all I hear is like the sound of.
But Octavius on this side, right?
Yeah, he disappeared down through the. Now that door there is hanging off of its hinges.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Rictavio. He seems to know where we are. What's up, buddy?
So I'm going to give you guys one more round of movement before the needlemen start swarming in. You have one round to find a safe place and barricade yourselves in.
But what if I want to fight them?
Don't care. Everybody get inside.
Got him in a small space now.
Yeah.
We can go upstairs or we can go into this room here.
Okay. I want everybody inside here so we can barricade this door. Cause
Yeah.
And just bring down the hammer in a second.
Sounds good.
Small Drax.
Oh, and that's actually not a staircase you're standing on, Vetsimir. It's actually a ramp.
Oh.
Yeah.
It goes up and down, right?
It goes up and down. Correct. As most ramps usually do.
Well, I was saying like it goes to a floor above us and a floor under
I
us.
know. I was just being a smart ass.
Oh, how did I end up outside? Andrew, I can't get back in. Oh, the window.
Okay.
Could we like roll barrels? Sorry, yeah.
Is there anything that we can barricade the door with? Like, are there barrels close by? Is the door completely screwed, or if we post barrels behind it, it'll be barricaded?
The door here is hanging off its hinges. However, these doors here are still on their hinges.
Solid.
Let's go in there.
Inwards.
Okay.
There's lots of barrels in here, so.
Andrew, how angry would you be if I split the party?
I wouldn't be angry at all.
Fine.
We're in a time of panic. Those guys are chasing us.
Okay.
I follow group.
I would not be angry.
No, I follow group.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I can't tell you what to do.
Okay.
Vesemir gets held hostage for 10 years by the Needlemen.
I
Hey,
think you don't have man.
these doors are also open. Maybe we should close them.
Yeah, let's close those doors.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot going on here. Dungeon rules.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay. So, are you going to barricade the doors behind you here?
Me?
Well, like the ones where Lilith and Small Jacks are. There are empty barrels here.
Can we close those doors?
Yes, these doors you can't close.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay, so we close those doors.
Yeah.
Roll over like any barrels that are filled, and put them in front of it.
Hold on.
That's a good idea.
Hold on. I'm checking to see if the barrels are closed or not, or emptied. Yeah, I'll say they're full. It doesn't specify, but I will say they're full.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so we'll roll those in front of the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no sooner. I'm gonna turn off the music because it's annoying me now. No sooner have you barricaded the doors that you hear the slamming sound of needlemen just like just scratching at the door and whatnot. From inside Vesemir. Get back here. So all you hear now is the sound of rain from outstairs. Oh, outstairs. Christ, it's late. It's time for me to go to bed. The sound of rain from outside, and you hear the faint skittering of footsteps and chanting from somewhere within the winery. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Killer.
So.
And once again, I'm almost dead.
Me too. Me too. How many do you have? How many hit points is it?
13.
Okay, I have 1. So.
Oh man. Okay. I mean, I can do my mass heal thing
13
before we
as
go.
well.
Yeah.
So you guys stop the Gulthias tree and Yesterhill. You prevented any more blight being created in Barovia, and also you realigned. So
Yay!
I say that gives y'all a level.
Yes!
Yeah.
Gotta level up. All right, hold on. Let me finish the stream. You guys, thank you for joining us. I know it's probably just us watching ourselves, but whatever. There's still people watching.
We're level 5.
You guys have a good night.